They've actually smoked up. The smoke breaks. They know that they're there. They are going to Icarus dive. They'll see Sugo. It's not the target they wanted, but it'll have to do. Scottalicious has been spotted. At least the illusion has. Don't do him.
Chuan scouted out the gyro up the hill too, so.
I thought it was
conservative.
I was really concerned he was going to do the illusion real quick. Didn't happen. DK still pushing bottom. I'm surprised. They don't have their disruptor. Although, doesn't look like they want to fight this for Geek Fam. Moonlight Shadow coming out. Where's the detection? It doesn't look like they have any. X marks on the mark. He doesn't have his BKB. Goshen comes back in. Burrow Strike, but they're going to have the Doom on the DK. Now the Enigma's going to come in. They have pull. Now still down for 30. They do have mech. Scottalicious is going to try to go onto the... I mean, even you get that kill, I don't know if it's worth it. I think you're dead anyway. Disruption save is there, but he's going to die one way or the other. Demonic Purge comes out. Mech comes in. Static Storm misses, although they will find the Kunkka, and he will fall. Now the pipe is going to be popped. Faded has rotated. Oh, is he in the tree? He is. Now he leaps out, and they're going to clean this up. Faded is going to be able to get all this money. And see you later, Yaha. Double kill for Faded. 2 for 4 fight. Black Hole back up, ready to go. And the team fight is just a million times better for Geek Fam right now. Just way better.
Yep, the team fight's out of control on the side of Geek Fam. Not only do they have the big ultimates, but they have the team items too, the mech and the pipe to work with. It just makes these fights so easy to take. It extends them.
Yeah, like... without the mech there, that fight maybe goes a little differently, but... what ends up happening is that Ollie on the back lines with a good Icarus dive. Although Marcus rotated in, Faded does have a leap. He should be fine. Black Cannon comes out. Will do some auto attack damage. Other than that, he should be okay. They'll bottle up. They're going to chase with Homing Missile. They have green. This is a little tricky for Faded. He has leap in 5. The Enigma is the one that might be in more trouble. Nah, he's good to go. He's going to TP out. So they all rotate bottom. They don't get anything for it. And time to back up and Shrine. All right, now it's BKB blank time now that you've gotten Greaves on Enigma. Almost certainly. Oh, are they going to fight?
Yes, definitely. There's the X.
Yep, Mark, pretty tanky. There's the cleave they were looking for. Dusted up, he has Elder Dragon form, not that it's going to matter. Faded kills Sugo bottom, by the way. Green rotates in and still might die. Although Ollie's in trouble. Okay, TP, nope, Homing Missile. Really good turnaround there from Neon Atomic. But the Moonlight Shadow, oh my god, they don't have detection. It's not like he has a TP. You just have to follow him. Oh, March rotated in. Oh, boy. They know they're coming. Wow. Smart play to back up there for Neon Atomic. That could have been really bad. Although Scottalicious is going to run right into the Doom. They know that he's there, and he is in trouble. And he is dead. And he keeps dying, this Gyrocopter. We saw this situation yesterday where the Gyro just takes all these fights and he cannot get to the BKB that he desperately needs to actually stay alive in some of these engagements.
These deaths are so bad for Gyrocopter. Like, he desperately needs BKB so we can actually team fight, but it's just not there yet.
Green is going to get caught and killed, and Disruptor can only look on, and it is now a 5k lead. Neon Atomic are going to have to pull kind of a similar game out of the hat that Geek Fam did in Game 1, but boy, I don't know if they have the heroes or the abilities to do it in this game.
Yep, the catch from Geek Fam is really showing. They've gotten so many kills just with the X setup over and over. And now it's Roshan time. Yep.
This should go pretty quickly too. Enigma Eidolons will come in. No medallion necessary. It'll take a little while. If Neon Atomic knew this was happening, they could theoretically run over there, but they would be fighting in a black hole around the Roche Pit, which is never a good thing. And yeah, they're fine. Sunray comes out. Look at the heal. Bryant's fine. Aegis for Faded. Roche taken. Now a 7k lead. I'm sure that'll climb over the next few minutes. And I don't really know what they do for Neon Atomic. I guess it's just they have to get BKBs, right, Rex?
Yeah, BKBs are good, but still the team fight from Geek Fam is going to be ridiculous to deal with. I'm really not sure how they deal with it. I guess they have the advantage that they can get a pretty good jump with the Shadow Blade DK, and of course the Blink Dagger on Sand King to maybe, chain stun some of these heroes like the Enigma, but it just looks so hard. You have to deal with the Ghost Ship, the introduction, mech, and pipe.
It's a lot of items to fight into early game. The fact that the Doom got the pipe that early is pretty insane, and he's going to have a Blink Dagger right after that, too. I'm wondering if the Enigma's going to purchase the Blink first. He's very close. I think you just get BKB, because I know you want to position well, but once you get BKB, there's literally no way they can cancel your black hole. So
Yeah, I think the BKB is much more valuable than the Blink in this game because all you need to do is run in with BKB. Everyone's going to run away from you because they don't want to get black holed.
yeah,
We got Smooth going on
Ollie
down bottom.
is probably dead, especially since he made the round trip instead of going one direction. And that's an okay kill. They did use Moonlight Shadow for Radiant. Once they get the DK stun, he's just dead, essentially. Uh-oh, Green. You are... Oh, he dropped the Sentry. Actually, at the perfect time, but he's dead anyway. He's going to miss the arrow, but X-Mark comes out. There's nothing he can do. He's just going to get auto-attack down. So that's a trade that is probably favorable for Geek Fam. Killing the Sand King is huge at this stage of the game.
Yep, they've got so much farm. The team fight is pretty much... It's there. I think we went for Blink Dagger instead of the BKB.
Yeah.
It's still hard to kill him, but, you know, whatever. It works. The team fight isn't dependent on the hole, right?
Yeah, it's true. But he has done everything that I think I've been wrong specifically a few times about this Enigma. Glimpse back onto Ollie and want to try to go for this tower, but they need to be careful. They can push high ground here. They're going to TP back. It looks like Yaha's TPing out. Mark's still bottom. He doesn't want to leave just yet. But it looks like they're making a smart play for
He's
Geek Fam.
TPing on the shrine, and they see
Okay,
him.
that's a stun and a doom and the shrine, but they canceled the TP, which they were going to use to try to help him save the DK. But yeah, that was not the best place to TP, sadly for him. Okay.
Well, with that nice freebie, they're probably going to push towards this tier 2 tower bottom lane. They don't want to rush high ground. You know, they have a 10k gold lead, but
Enigma's dead.
he is indeed dead.
He's very squishy. You know, not much you can do there. Big kill, actually. So I don't know if they want to push as hard bottom now is the question.
Yep. Any pick-off that Neonatop can get right now is going to delay Geek Fam's push, so they need to try to split up the lanes, get some of these key pick-offs, and just prevent them from grouping up. Luckily for Neonatomic, Geek Fam don't have the best tower damage, right? Kunkka, not really a base hitter. Doom Phoenix, same thing. Enigma, it's just Eidolons. Mirana can hit the tower with the Aegis, but that's about it.
Yep. And they're already doing a really good job with Scottish, just splitting up and pushing the waves out. Although, Sugo's dead, it looks like. Yep. Lincoln Sphere, Green is just like, great. What am I supposed to do here? The answer is die. Faded. This Mirana from Faded is starting to get pretty good. And I'd say teams probably want to ban this hero against him pretty soon.
Man, the Leap gives so much attack speed with the Maelstrom, too.
It's insane. It's just nuts.
Yep.
I mean, it is max now, which is pretty great, too. The attack speed bonus is 220, plus the Maelstrom that you already have. It's pretty great. Oh, wait. Doesn't no longer give attack speed on Maelstrom?
Nope.
Oh, I'm
Just
dumb.
damage.
Okay, you meant the other way.
Oh, yeah, I meant the Leap talent with
Plus the damage
Leap
that you
attack
get.
speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. We're on the same page. But it's still an 11k lead, even though they lost the Enigma. They still got the tier 2 tower bottom. They're not going to take high ground with the Aegis. It's down in 30 seconds unless they decide to do something really silly here in the next few seconds. But who knows? It could happen. I think, honestly, if you're Geek Fam, you just wait for the BKB on Enigma. You don't need to fight. I mean, although if Green just walks out, then yeah, you'll take it.
Yeah, you'll take the freebie for sure.
Yeah,
Again, they could play it safe, wait for Enigma's BKB, but I don't think they care about this guy's BKB. It doesn't really matter. They have Greaves, they have Pipe, they're good to go.
Yeah, no sinking. Aegis is gone now, but they could still theoretically go. The wave is too far back, sadly, looks like. I'm going to just try to control the mid lane and the bottom lane. Kunkka building his BKB, so he's really close too. So, I mean, those are the items. If you really want to wait, you can. Whether or not they're going to remains to be seen. There's a lot of sentries, by the way, in the Dire jungle. Like, a lot of them. That's a lot of gold being spent. Well, they're trying to keep their jungle safe. The only place they can really farm at this point. Deity top rune spot. That would be one way to take a high ground push. They don't. There's no wards there for either team. They could go check now that it's 20 minutes. More likely, they're going to want to go and secure runes, and that might be the timing that they find that double damage rune. And for now, it just looks like they're going to sit top for Scott Alicious, who has SNY and BKB. surprisingly pretty farmed for Skydalicious on his gyrocopter, even though this game is going pretty horribly.
Yep, they haven't been able to team fight in a long time, but he still managed to keep up with his farm.
Hey, they found the DD on Kunkka. Why did Dire backed up at a pretty convenient time for them? Well, maybe not actually. I see Yaha. Good force. Still probably dead. Disruption save is there. Another Infernal Blade will come out. He could have tried to micro. It would have been tricky. Nah, never mind. It's simple. Isn't there a way to tell which one's the real one?
For Shadow Demon, no.
Okay. Sugo's going to die too. He has his ultimate, but it's not going to matter.
He is a dead man.
He's very dead.
This is the best time to push when you kill 2 enemy heroes right outside their base.
Yeah, the wave being right, and also a DD on Kunkka.
Yep.
He is currently dealing 338 damage. Wow. Glyph is forced to go. Disruptor is forced to buy back. He does have his ultimate, but it's going to come down to the Sand King to initiate. Mirana's going to back up with the Lincoln Sphere being broken. Mark will Shadow Blade with the Elder Dragon form and pop the Dragon Tail. And Sunray, and he's back up to full HP. Just like that. So, didn't really do anything. Working on the range racks. They could just back up, but looks like they're content to get a range racks out of this at least. Epicenter will go. They're going to try to find Faded. There's the ultimate coming in from the Disruptor. Faded's still alive. They've doomed up DK yet again. Faded is somehow still living, and the DK damage is not there. Ultimate's coming out from the Phoenix. They have stunned the Gyrocopter. That's a full 10-second BKB now down. They don't get any kills for Geek Fam, nor do they get any for Neon Atomic, but they have picked up the ranged racks, and Sugo now dies again to the Phoenix dive and Spirits. And the Eidolons will go to work on the racks, but they might just back up. Or not.
Yep, and they've got so much sustain, they don't need to back up.
Right now. And there's the Lincoln Sphere Faded. As a 4-man black hole, Starstorm on top, and everybody's dead. And GG, I think. Woo. Yeah, give him the bok bok. Feel good, March. Feel good, guys. Fight under tower, indeed. That's exactly what happened. I was waiting for it. It finally came out. That was quite the black hole. Pretty much the slam dunk, the game ender, if you will. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, in both games, Geek Fam, they didn't necessarily have the push in the early game from the first game, but they did have later on the team fight, right? It was really difficult for Neon Atomic to end the game. And in this game, their team fight is just off the charts. Like, against a lineup like this, you have no real hopes of fighting this. You need to be able to split push and win out all the lanes, so you have something to actually play off of. But, I don't know. A team fight's just way too strong for Neon Atomic to do anything about.
It's pretty impossible for them to deal with. Like, if they kill Faded at the beginning of that fight with the Static Storm and all that stuff, maybe it goes differently, but probably not. Call down will go. They'll try to find Schwann. BKB's going to get popped to the Epicenter. They're looking for at least the Doom. They will find him, it looks like, but not before they lose the Gyrocopter. Supernova comes out. Mark's forced to auto-attack it, but Schwann's still right on his ass, so the stun will hit. It's a double kill for Ali. Now 4 dead. And for Atomic, a very much-needed series win will not happen. They're forced to call GG. And a game where they should have won in Game 1, not able to finish the job, and instead they get 0-2'd. Geek Fam, a much-needed win. They were sitting at 1-1-1. Execration to keep pace with them, and Neon Atomic, they were really needed to win this series, and they do actually get it done. So, insane team fight. You know, I was really concerned for the Enigma. I thought, what does this hero actually do? And again, they proved me wrong numerous times. So,
well, we got to see what Enigma actually does, Mott. And, of course, the, I don't know. It just felt like Neon Atomic, they couldn't take advantage of this Enigma not really doing much in lane, right? Like, we saw Yaha's Shadow Demon early on in this event, and he completely destroyed the game. And it's not like it wasn't strong or anything. It's just it wasn't at that same level. Like, he couldn't pressure it that hard.
Yeah. They couldn't get the work done for Neon Atomic, and I don't know. Maybe the Murata was the choice. I know it wasn't like she didn't win the game, but she did do a lot of work. She had 29, kill involved. Pretty insane considering they only had 39 kills. I was pretty impressed.
I mean, they played very well around the Moonlight Shadow.
But very important match for Execration. We get to see Nando in action again. One of our on some of the heroes he's been playing recently. So Execration versus Team No Throne. Of course, Team No Throne, the Myanmar team, a team that is currently sitting at 0-1-2 with only 1 point in Group B. So they're going to be in a rough spot. We're going to wait until the lobby is up. It's going to be soon. I think the lobby is about to be hosted right now. So we'll take probably a 5 to 10 minute break. I would assume probably around 10 minutes, considering everybody has to get back into the lobby. Don't worry too much. We'll be back in soon, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next game.
Willow crying, but I'm a lovely babe. Oh yes, I'm crying. Oh, now I know one cares. Well, ever, the boy I left my bed. I'll see you later, my lovely man in my cage. C'est tout dans son Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we cry. I drive on the street 'cause she's my companion. I walk through a hill 'cause she knows who I am. She sees my good deeds and she kisses me when it did. Well, I'll never worry, now that is a lie. Well, I don't ever wanna feel like I did that there. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. Well, I don't ever wanna feel like I did that there. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to believe that there's nobody out there. Hard to believe that I'm all alone. At least I have her love, the city she loved me. Lonely as I am, together we cry. Well, I don't ever wanna feel like I did it there. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. Well, I don't ever wanna
Execration's turn to ban.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into it. Our second series of the day, Execration versus Team No Throne in a 2-game series. Thanks so much for joining us here for the MPGL Asian Championships of 2018. Execration, I don't have the exact math ready on hand, but essentially they are the top spot in Group B. They're currently tied in points with Neon Atomic. If they win one game here, they'll be ahead. And they've already beaten Neon Atomic, which is really important. Geek Fam is 1 point behind them, but with Execration beating most of the hard teams in this group, this should be a relatively easy group for them to win. Although they will have to go through Team No Throne. It is a Myanmar team. Team No Throne currently at 0-1-2, sitting at 1 point in Group B, so losing 2 series 2-0, and then tying 1. And the team they tied against was, of course, Aggressive Slayer. So pretty important matchup for Team No Throne. I don't think they're mathematically eliminated from the top spot yet, but it's pretty hard, and they need to win against Execration. So thanks so much for joining us. We had a pretty quick break. My name is Mont. With me is Brax. Brax, what are you thinking about this draft so far? What are you feeling? What are you looking at here?
I'm very worried for Team No Throne already. Skywrath, Nature's Prophet into Sand King Warlock. Like, you have 2 heroes that are not good at team fights against 2 heroes that are amazing at team fights with catch.
Yeah, that's true, actually. The Warlock is also commonly picked up against the Skywrath because of the Shadow Word, but like you get Golemed as Skywrath and Nature's Prophet, and you probably die because they just follow up the Burrow Strike and whatever their abilities they have. So I'm a little concerned. I don't know why they picked Nature's Prophet second. I don't know. I think like it's really good for split pushing and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm not sure if it's going to be good enough here as a 4 position, I guess. I'm assuming it's going to be played as a... I don't know. I've seen it played as both offlane and support recently. So,
Well, Mark, clearly it's a comfort pick, right? If they pick up the Nature's Prophet this early into the draft, I think it's going to be offlane because I can't imagine a Skywrath Nature's Prophet support duo doing anything past like 10 minutes into the game.
yeah.
They just don't scale together.
You Sprout and then you Quelling Blade out of it. They don't have a disable. It's true.
Yeah.
It's not the best. You probably would like Axe here, but Execration banned it in the second phase, so they can't get that for Team No Throne, and unfortunately for them.
Yep. Axe is the hot offlaner at the moment.
Yep. He's pretty fun to play. He's in a good spot, but the thing about him that's interesting is he just throws his body away a lot of the time. Like some of these heroes that initiate, they're able to survive, even Sand King to a certain extent. But he jumps in, and if he gets a good call, the fight might go his way. But a lot of the time, he'll die anyway, even with the Berserker's Call armor, which is really nice to have. It's a weird hero in that regard.
Yep. It is a weird hero for sure if they have something to deal with the call. That is his, threatening spell, right? BKBs don't do anything. Lincoln Sphere doesn't do anything. It's just about having something to either reset the call or to counter-initiate the team fight. Earthshaker, okay.
Well,
very interesting.
Now they have Disable, which they were lacking sorely. What do you think about Earthshaker now? Like, do you think this hero's in a good spot, or do you think he needs some work?
I think he's a playable hero. I don't think he's like overtuned or undertuned or anything. I think he's fine where he is, but in this lineup, they already are at a pretty big... They're missing some damage between the heroes. Like, in the early parts of the game, Shaker's only going to be able to throw out a Fissure. That's about it, right? Skywrath Mage, sure, can harass, but... Alright, Sven, big tanky man coming out.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they kill this hero.
Yep, and he's also very good against the Nature's Prophet, too, because in the lane phase, his cleave kills the trees. You can deal with them that way. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks very good.
I'm interested to see how it goes for them.
10 seconds remaining.
I guess it feels like a Nando hero.
5 seconds
You know?
remaining.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got such a wide hero pool. It's very interesting.
He's a guy that kills people. He just gets in there.
That's true. That seems like to be Nando's comfort zone. Jumping in and blowing people up. PA, Sven, whatever else he picks. Brew picked up for Team No Throne. Not bad. One thing you could do to the Sven in the fights is cyclone him up for 7 seconds. Take him out of the fight entirely. That's one way to win the fight. Oh, God. Darkseer Sand King again. This time played by Execration. We've seen this combo like 2 days in a row now.
Disgusting team fight AoE, right? Darkseer Vacuum into Sven, the classic combo. Then you have Warlock Sand King on top of that. It's all AoE.
It really is. This is like DreamHack Summer 2013.
Yes, with EG.
Yeah.
Demon and Fear.
Demon and Fear. That was the Betas era of EG. I remember. That was a good time. I remember that game like it was yesterday. They were playing against Navi, I believe, and they destroyed them with that Sven. It was super sick. Back when Navi was really a super strong team as well.
10
But
seconds
the good old days, we've come full circle. It's exactly like you said. It
We
feels
have.
like TI3 and all these other tournaments are coming back around again. It's really strange.
So they have the Brewmaster on Team No Throne. Not bad against Sven in the early parts when you can just haze him, but Sven's a hero that does so much physical damage. The Pandas die in 2 hits.
Yep.
I've played this so many times where Sven gets to like BKB and Brewmaster dies in his ultimate.
Which is never fun. I think the Brew needs to Cyclone him before he gets BKB. He pretty much has to.
Yep.
And that's really the only way they can win fights, I think, right now. And I know that's kind of crazy to say, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate because everything else is probably not going to go their way.
Yep. The one thing that Team No Throne do have going for them is the Furion, right? This hero is kind of the X factor in the lane phase. He can do a lot, snowball these strong lanes since Brewmaster is most likely going to be in the offlane. Does that mean we have a safe lane or mid lane Nature's Prophet? I think it does.
That's gross. I played a game with a Nature's Prophet 2 days ago with Carlo. The Nature's Prophet, he was a core, and he went Ags, Dagon, Ethereal Blade, I think, is what he built. That was pretty infuriating. So, I don't know why I brought that up. It's not really relevant to this game, but you know what? I thought I would tell you.
I'm glad you told me.
Yes.
You know, you've experienced what this man can do.
He killed like a ton of heroes in by the 20-minute mark, and then they built BKB, and he was literally useless. He did nothing. It was very frustrating.
Oh. All right. Well, maybe that'll be something foretelling of this game.
Maybe. We'll see. You know, he's going to die a lot, I have a feeling, against the Selena, especially, which I think is a really good pick. It's Carl's probably one of his comfort hero, or like one of his top comfort heroes. They banned out the puck, so pick the Lena and just dish out the damage, which they have a lot of right now, so good luck. Another hero that does physical damage to the Brewlings when the Brule comes out. He just gets off his fiery soul stacks and dishes out the damage. And the TA is going to be what they're going to try to do against Carl, and it's Meow playing it, so we'll see how it goes. It could be very interesting.
Okay, yeah. So they have the Templar Assassin counterpick into the Lena. Very nice. It's also one of these heroes that can just blink in on top of the Warlock and kill him with like a fissure so you can't get the rock off. Super, super snowbally hero. But, of course, in the later parts of the game, Darkseer will ruin this hero in team fights since the Ion Shell is just going to rip through the refraction charges. I don't know, Team No Throne, they need to snowball super, super hard, but with the TA and Furion, they can do it. They've got a chance.
Yeah, Snowball is the name of the game. And that's the tricky thing, is that Execration. The thing is, I just think Execration, they've got more experience. They've played at a higher level. Not to say, you know, Team No Throne are bad. It's just that they're a team we haven't seen that much of. They're from Myanmar, so I don't know how often they get to play against these teams. So I'm excited to see if they can actually take a game off of Execration or even win the series, which would be very surprising. But it's gonna be what happens here in this first game. We'll see what it actually ends up happening in the laning phase where they send everybody. Of course, the big news is going to be Darkseer Sand King up in the top lane. Whoever goes there needs to be very careful once they hit level 3. Because level 2 Iron Shell, even this Brewmaster can die. You know, it's kind of tricky maneuvering around those abilities.
Yep, Execration have looked very, very strong against all their opponents so far, so they're definitely my favorites.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't think they've even lost a game yet. Yeah, they have yet to lose a game. Like, not even just like a series, but a game, a map, if you will.
Wowzers.
Oh, yeah. Party Horn. I love how they just accentuate all my talking points. It's beautiful. That is a very silly taunt from Brewmaster. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it is.
That's hilarious.
It's great, isn't it?
I love it. I don't know if it's my favorite taunt, but it's really good. I hope he does it again because I'm on showcase mode. Come on, buddy. Do it again. Do it for me, please. Yes! He's like tippy-toeing. It's great. Love me, the Brewmaster taunt. What is it called? When did they add this?
I don't remember, actually.
I don't know if I've ever seen that act. If it's been recently. Well, that's a clap. All right, forget about what he's got on his items. This is a pretty tough fight already. Good burrow. Uwe gets the rune as well. Execration have secured 3. And they keep the Sand King alive somehow against all the burst damage coming in from Skyrath. They're actually going to chase down Loon, but unfortunately, Lumik has no boots. He is a very slow man. So they can't find that kill. They could have almost gotten a return kill had they been a little bit more in position for the Sand King there. So, with 3 runes, Execration will have a happy old time here in both bottom and top. Mid lane should be fine for Carl, although the side blades are going to be a bit of a nuisance. Let's see if he can't survive. He's already taken a lot of damage, actually. He needs to be careful.
Yep, pretty hard matchup for Lina.
Yeah. I guess the good news is you kind of outrange a lot of these creeps that, you know, and you have good range, I guess is what I'm saying. So maybe the side blades won't be able to do as much. I don't know.
So levels like 1 through 3 are pretty good for Lina, and then after that it gets really hard.
Well, that's unfortunate because it already looks really hard to begin with.
Yeah, Carl's taking a lot of damage.
And now it's Refraction. If he takes one more side blade, he might just be dead. He needs one more on top of that. Yeah, he actually, this is a lot harder of a matchup than I thought it was going to be. This is a good TA pick. And they need the lane to go well because I think, like you said, they need to get off to a fast start, get this TA some farm, go to like a Blink and Deso, and maybe the game gets a little easier for them. But
yep, TA lineups are all about snowballing and hitting that power spike really early into the game, snowballing with Roshan. He's off to a great lane phase.
So far, the CSing is an advantage of Team No Throne. Oh my god. Sal? Oh wow, if Meow was in position. What a fisher. He was like 10 HP from getting that kill. That's pretty rough stuff for the Earthshaker. That was a great rotation from him. I wasn't expecting that. He just runs mid and throws at a fisher as he knows the salve is coming in onto Carl. Wow. Well, unfortunately he doesn't get the kill, but he will be able to secure the DD rune for the...
Oh boy, up top. It's the Ion Shell combo mod.
I feel like this is level 1. I've seen this before. First blood on the Loon. Now they're going to try to harass Jimmy. Did they get level 3 yet? No, not quite. They're still going to harass, though. Double Ion Shell, even with level 1 Ion Shell, is pretty rough. Oh, that's an aggressive bro. They're still going to go. Clap comes out. Now Chemo is in trouble. And he might be dead, actually. Good surge. Nice surge. And that was level 1 Ion Shell. Radiant Scan is going to connect. Carl's going to know that Scorpion here... No one pinged him. Did they not know? Carl needs to back up. Okay, never mind. They're fine. Ooh. Lumic? Is he dead? Nah, he's got sticks.
Nah, he's got the sticks.
Okay.
This lane gets worse and worse for Team No Throw when they pick up some levels in the dark sphere. Like, you're expecting it to come out at level 3, but they got it with level 1 Ion Shell.
Yeah.
Level 3, and this Skywrath Mage is probably dead from full health.
Oh, he has a Soul Ring now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's level 3. Or not yet, actually. Soon. Conk shot. Lumic might be dead to an Arcane Bolt. Nope, he has no mana. Good stick charge. He's going to have to Burrow Strike. And 2 auto attacks. He can't get it off.
Chemo.
Uwe is dead to Jimmy, I think, actually. Surge. He has the Iron Shell. Okay, he will die, I think, but he does get the kill first, which is probably fine.
Wins the bad fight, but look at that. Solo experience for Skywrath Mage and a ton of gold to his name, too. Not too upset about that one.
Carl almost killed Meow, and then he almost got turned on. Carl! Oh, what a Fairy Fire!
He's going to get Fury on TV.
Oh, no! Okay. Oh, he's still coming. No, Carl. Carl! Carl!
He knows he can't run.
Yeah. There are the treants. Go! Go north! Get out of there! Oh my god, he's actually going to survive. Oh, he's not! Oh, where did that Skywrath Mage come from? Man, that's rough. That's rough stuff. What are you
Even
supposed
with all
to
the
do there?
TP. So Grimm's going for the... Nope, not going to happen.
What is he supposed to do there when they all rotate in? That's
There's
not
nothing
even
you
fair.
can do. That's the Furion, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's more room for the Sven bottom who's getting free farm. And Furion is going to... He's actually a level behind him, too, which is good news. Sven gets level 6. He could just solo kill the Furion, I think.
Oh, yeah, especially with his level advantage.
Yeah.
And he's got the treads, too.
Yeah.
Furion honestly can't do anything to Sven once he reaches this point. Level 3 cleaves, got the Quelling Blade treads. The treants just die instantly.
Uwe's going to cut the wave and go for the runes, it looks like, and probably be successful in getting both of the top ones. Can they get both of the bottom ones is the question. Scorpion is going to Fisher, do no damage to him, and secure the rune. But they're going to get 3 for Execration, it looks like. No, they got 2. They got 2, sorry. Loon got one somehow.
Execration off to a pretty fast start in the lane phase. This Darkster gets TP'd on. Okay.
He has
the
6
tree
charges.
unblocked?
Yeah, that was a good block, but he might still survive. It looks like he will. We'll pop the shrine in a moment. Lumic now is
Lumic getting
maybe
blocked
trouble.
too.
Good surge. Excellent. Nicely done. And this Furion did a little bit more than I expected him to there. He doesn't even have phase boots yet. But,
Yeah, but still not netting a kill, right? Like, look at his level right now. 4.5. He can't actually go back down to bottom lane since Sven's about to hit 6. And this is a Furion that hasn't really managed to get much accomplished on the map. Usually you pick this hero for his lane presence, but up against the Sven, you're already countered. And then his TP rotations have not really resulted in much of anything.
So
very troublesome.
he's forced to jungle, which is never great. So it's essentially you're winning 2 lanes for Execration. You're winning top, albeit not by much. You're winning bottom. Carl, of course, is kind of far behind the Lena or TA mid as expected because of the matchup being so rough, as you mentioned. But he's going to rotate. Carl will secure some jungle creeps, and that actually is going to get him a lot of farm and get him right back into it. But, you know, this is going pretty well for Execration. Grims is rotated on now. They're going to try to find this kill. They got an illusion. Well done. Excellent side trap.
Yep. This is the strong lane that Team No Throw need to play around. The TA versus the Lena, they have side traps, and then I also have the Furion that can TP in any time. But Nando, alright, gets the solo kill.
Well, I expected it, and I said it was going to happen, and I still didn't get there in time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is Uwe dead? I think he actually might be.
I think Carl's dead.
This is all of a sudden turned out pretty great for Team No Throne. LSA, but it's not really going to do anything. Pushing back for now. Fatal Bonds are certainly hurting. Lumic's coming in. Good burrow onto 3. Stun. That's huge. And Laguna comes out. Okay. That is one of those game-losing fights. You think you're doing great, then you lose 3 heroes in the mid lane. That's...
Yep.
That sucks for Team No Throne. They were doing great for a moment there.
And on top 2, Jimmy just getting a rundown by the Iron Shell. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, indeed. Another kill.
Complete disaster on the side of Team. Is it Team No Throne or No Throne?
No Throne. No Throne.
No Throne, okay.
Yes. I thought it was Team No Throw 2 at the beginning, which would make more sense. Team No Throne makes it sound like you've already lost the game.
Exactly. But they haven't. Not yet. It's only a 2k gold lead at 7.5 minutes.
They're psyching themselves out. I don't want them to psych themselves out, especially after that mid-fight. But, what was I going to say? The Brewmaster did get a solo kill top for Lumic, and I thought it was going to start really snowballing out of control all of a sudden. Of course, that didn't happen. Nando getting run at. He's a very tanky man, but he might die here. Ancient Seal pretty good. He's going to stun up the Earthshaker. He's on the run, and they need some help, but nobody's rotating in. Although they don't have enough lockdown to actually kill him. That's pretty depressing. Oh, maybe they do.
They're still chasing him.
Concussive shot. He's actually dead, I think. Wow, they literally just chased him for like 2 minutes, and nobody came to help him. Like, Grim's had a TP. I think if he TPs, like, they just turn around and kill everybody or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he had the God Strength too, but didn't happen. Now Grim's in trouble.
Yeah, he's probably dead. They're just trying to overrun Execration, not really working. Burrow Strike connects onto the Furion. They need an LSA, or they're just going to zap him. That works too. All right. So they lost the Sven, but they get a couple kills here and there. Not the end of the world. They have a Helm of the Dominator already on the Darkster, by the way, so he's having a great old time.
Yep. He's about to lose the creep. Oh, okay, he's good. He's good. Keeping it cool, not feeding away the 200 gold to the Brewmaster, but now, of course, he's got the little Brewling, so he can chuck the rocks at him. This is when Darkster gets out of control against a lot of heroes once he gets the Dominator, because most heroes can't really deal with the creep at all. Brewmaster a bit better since the Thunderclap slows the creeps for like 7 seconds, 8 seconds.
It's true. Now he's got the Dark Troll Summoner. Give him the ensnare. Oh, micro. Micro?
There it is.
Okay.
Times it for the end.
Yeah, and now they're going to get the kill. Although they don't have Iron Shell. They had no mana, or no Iron Shell was on cooldown. Although they could have dove that a bit harder. I'm surprised they didn't, actually. Interesting. Well,
he was close to having the split, and they didn't know when his wand was back up.
You know, that kill down bottom was pretty imperative for Team No Throne, because if they don't kill him there, he just continues to get farm, and then they just lose the game, I'm pretty sure. But with that kill, they're now going to attempt pressuring this tier 1 tower, although Nando's about to cleave down all these treants and the creep with 2. They TP in Lumic, so he can secure some experience. Not quite at mask yet. Meow, in the meantime, was trying to push mid, so they were trying to get 2 lanes of towers at once. In the meantime, of course, the Darkseer pressuring top. And the Brewmaster will TP back up there. So this is going to be another... It's going to be a very interesting, like, 2 or 3 minutes here. Depending on who takes the fight.
So while Darkseer and Sven are very farmed on the side of Execration, this mid tower is a big deal for the side of Team No Throne. Like, they're trying to deny it with Carl, but should be able to secure this one, and this will help TA snowball and potentially get out of control.
Fisher, Mystic Flare, misses. Sprout comes out. They have Golem. They get the tower. They would have liked to gotten the deny. Darkseer is in a little deep. Oh, that Nature's Wrath actually did a lot of damage. They still have Golem. They're not using it yet. Keeps canceling the animation. I'm waiting for him to cast it, but he decides to hold on to it, which is probably a good idea. So that was pretty good because, you know, the Sand King's bottom, he's trying to farm. The Sven is in the jungle. Meanwhile, the Brewmaster's pushing top, so that wasn't bad at all for Team No Throne. Oh my god, he has Blink already? Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, that's something. In the meantime, Nando is going to have a giant creep wave. Oh my god, this Ancient Prowler Shaman is just annoying. He's fine, though. He's going to clear up the creep wave pretty quickly. He's going to go for Mask Madness into a Blink Dagger, so not going to go for, like, any extra strength item or something like that.
Radiant's top tower.
Uve might be dead.
Dire's middle tower.
Brew Split is available. Blink Clap. And Split. And Uve's Surge is done.
Completely blocked.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do. I'll try to vacuum, but they're just going to give the kill to the Brewmaster. Cycling up the Lena. Uh-oh, you're at a little far end. She wants to get an LSA, and it's going to be tricky. They do heal her up. They're going to drop Golem. Now they can't. Nature's Wrath gets the kill, and Execration are actually losing these fights, and that's kind of surprising that Team No Throne are playing. They're playing really well, and they're actually owning them right now at this point.
Yeah, they're starting to snowball. Brewmaster with his Blink Dagger, super, super strong, going for a hand of Midas next. Okay, anticipating the long game. It is an item that does pay off, but, yeah, I mean, they're owning it now.
Yeah. I mean, the Sand King, he needs to get Blink, but he's dead, it looks like. Side Trap, Refraction, Fisher, and I don't know how he gets out of this. Good burrow, but actually, he might live.
Oh, there's a Surge. He's gone.
Uh-oh. Uwe blocked him. Uh-oh. All right, there's still a tower. They ensnare one of the illusions. They don't want to give him vision.
Oh, man. That's the Dominator creep dying again, too. It's another 200 gold.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Who got it, by the way?
I think Brewmaster did.
That's pretty huge. Gets to his Midas.
Yep, so when he has Midas, too, he can just Midas the Dominator creep over and over.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have TP on Sven. I don't think they can fight this.
I don't think they want to either. There's a huge Ancient stack that he'd probably prefer to farm instead. Yep, it's going there right now.
That's fine. So I know that Team No Throne are currently in the lead, but this is a Sven, this is a Lena that is going to get farmed. You know, they have really good team fight. I don't think it's the end of the world, but fighting into the Brew Split might be a little tricky. That might be the issue.
Yeah, until BKBs come out, fighting into the Brew Split is very, very difficult. But, man, Lumic needs his Blink Dagger so badly, he's just getting ganked again. Should be good. He's out.
Yeah, he's good to go. Very, very close to dying there. All right. Yeah, they just need the items. They need the BKBs. But that's going to be a ways away. Because, again, this Sven is going Blink first. He'll go Blink into BKB, which is fine. His Blink is done. Maybe they can secure kills. They know that the Nature's Prophet is up here. They've scanned him successfully.
It's a pretty nice rotation from Nando. Buys his Blink at the side shop, just looking for anything he can do in the side lanes.
Green is about to get jumped on if he shows himself in this lane again. And he almost did. Man, I cannot believe he's playing this far back. He's very scared. Oh, they missed him. They actually might need to... Okay, they canceled the TP from the Skywrath. Green TP's out. That's really big. They were going to lose that tower anyway. If they lose the tower and the kill, that's not a great engagement for them. Uh-oh, Lumic's going to find the Brewmaster. They see him. They ping it out. Oh, the Centaur Conqueror.
Oh, getting body blocked too by the Centaur Conqueror.
God Strength. Ancient Seal comes out, not that it does anything. The Burrow Strike hits, they need to kill him. The Golem's going to get dropped down. The LSA, they needed Laguna. They're going to find it. That's going to be a big kill now. Loon is in trouble as well. Double Bracer will keep him tanky, but he's going to get Iron Shelled up, and the Concussive Shot actually not enough to save his life, sadly. So, very big fight. He did get his HOs just as he died there, so not the end of the world, but 3 dead, including the Brewmaster, leads into a Tier 1 tower. What a fight as 5 for Execration.
Yep, fantastic. That's the strength of the Warlock Golem coming out, and just the Helm of the Dominator creep scouting them out. Very well played.
So, they'll take the Tier 1 tower.
I'll take your tribute.
And now, they've got really good vision in the enemy jungle. So they can kind of go wherever they want, it looks like.
Yep, and they have a ton of off-map kill threats too, like the Sand King from the Fog, Sven just jumping in to solo kill anyone. Really difficult for them to push out these lanes safely now, especially in their jungle. They can't play here at all without being in danger.
Yeah, it's a little tricky here. TA did buy a Desolator, so she does have some kill potential. Of course, she doesn't have the blink initiation that you would like, but they have the Brewmaster for that anyway. So taking a fight is not impossible here for Team No Throne now that the Golem is down. But they need to be careful. If they wait too much longer, the Sand King's going to have his Blink Dagger soon, and then this is really trouble. Atos comes out. They were looking for the Sven, who blinks himself to safety. It's kind of the issue when you get an Atos against a hero that has Blink. The travel time is pretty slow, so you can just blink out of there usually.
Yep, one cool thing they can do is Furion can ult. Carl Force dancing
Speaking of
bottom,
Furion.
looking for the solo kill.
Get the tower. More. He is actually taking a lot of damage. Fisher hits him. Sprout, he needs a Quelling Blade. He doesn't have it. He'll LSA out instead. He's pretty fast. I'm surprised he didn't die for that. Meanwhile, speaking of dying, Nando, they've used the split. Shadow Word, the Cyclone comes out. My god, that Shadow Word is actually insane. Here we go. The Broodlings are dead. Time to run.
They're all dead. Just the one
There's the
melee
blink.
left.
A good stun, but they're going to continue to chase him. They don't have the blink of the Sand King, otherwise they could have chased further. That's Brew split down, as Golem is coming back off cooldown in another 40 seconds here. I think you go back to Shrine and you get the Blink Dagger for the Sand King, and then you try to take another fight for Execration.
Yep, it's go time. 35 seconds for the Golem. Sand King about to pick up his Blink Dagger.
And
Well, alright.
they're in there. They are back in it. You know, they didn't really lose the lead that much. They were only like 2k down at one point. 3k actually. But this Fen became a problem. They only killed him once, and that is where the issue lies. So.
Yep, and now they have map control, and he's starting to accelerate big time. He has the whole jungle and all the lanes to farm. And he's tanky. He's very difficult to bring down. Sven's a fantastic hero against TA just because you give your entire team armor with the Warcry, and TA is just based on trying to burst one hero very quickly. And when they have that armor, it's just not possible.
There's no real way they can deal with the Warcry, I think, other than, I guess, to dispel magic from the Brewling, right?
Yeah, they do have that. It helps for sure, but it's pretty clunky, right? You have to already have used the split, and you have to wait for him to use the Warcry. It does work, but it's pretty hard to use reliably.
I see what you're saying, where when you want to burst somebody down like that with the TA, you just generally want to jump in and destroy somebody within a second. You can't do that with a Brew Split because it takes time to, and also just microing to the Wind Ruling and getting that ability off even takes time, other than the split, of course. You also have to clap potentially too. Anyways, there's a side trap inside the Roach Pit that is going to be dewarded by Uwe, and they will God Strength immediately thereafter by Nando. And they have smoked up. Do they have Blink on the Earthshaker? They have nowhere close to that, but
nope. They
do have Blink Clap. How fast is this dying? Not fast, or not slow enough, sadly, for Team No Throne to get there and contest.
1,000 HP. It's gone.
And they'll pick up the Aegis. Nando, please. Okay, you scared me for a second.
It looks like they still want to fight this.
Oh,
They might catch the Warlock.
Yeah, the Warlock's dead. But if he... Okay, they split just for the Warlock. The rest of them got out, it looks like. Other than Uwe, who looks to be dead. They're backing, though, but... Boulder Toss, Yule Scepter, Cyclone rather comes out. He has Mech. He's going to use it. Echo Slam onto 2. Not bad. They might actually kill the Lina. Mystic Flare, still alive for now. In trouble. He has Yules. He can use it aggressively on Scorpion. He's going to have to use it on himself, looks like. Yep. Nice Epicenter from Lumic. They should have Fisher back. They do soon. Concussive Shot.
Oh,
wow, that actually killed him. Are you kidding?
It's the max level Concussive Shot.
Oh my god, he actually maxed Concussive Shot. What? Okay. I guess one way to win these fights is to kite everybody.
This is much more common nowadays on Skywrath Mage, with the additional slow from the Concussive Shot and shorter cooldown. It does a lot of damage actually now, so it's pretty good.
I guess I'll just do that from now on. Or should I not?
You should, it's actually good.
Okay. I'll do it. You've sold me. Excellent work. That was nice, and it's a good fight, but they still have Golem. They did lose 3 for Execration. The Sven was still farming while that was all happening. But that was about the best fight they could have gotten. The TP from the Nature's Prophet was really well done. Trying to find the heroes in the back lines, and he did just that. And And they had a ward over here on the high ground, which, of course, gave them the vision they needed in order to kill Ube. Very important stuff. And now with smoke from Execration, this is the perfect time. They have Grimm's Warlock Golem. Max Fatal Bonds. They'll drop the Ion Shell on the creep wave. They are going to find a nice pick onto the Earthshaker. Maybe not the target they wanted, but it's a kill nonetheless. That could lead into a tower, potentially. And they still have Golem ready. And God Strength, for that matter. So, good job.
Yep, everything is aligned. They have BKB, Aegis, and their ultimates. It's go time. And Nando took the Stormhammer Dispels enemy talent this game. What's that for? Does it dispel refraction? I feel like it doesn't.
I would hope not. It's
yeah, it
cannot be dispelled. So, is there anything else? I mean, I have no idea. I don't know what they possibly want.
There's no buffs.
That must be a
Drums?
mistake. Yeah, drum is the only thing. That must be a mistake, right? There's like the Broodlings aren't gonna get dispelled, right? I don't know. That's very strange.
I don't think it does anything.
It doesn't. You're right.
Okay, interesting.
Is Enchant Totem dispellable? No, right? There's no way. Oh, it is dispellable, but whatever.
Wow.
I mean, you're dispelling level 1 Enchant Totem. Congratulations.
Exactly. All right. Well, interesting. Maybe he knows something that I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Maybe it's for late game. Maybe they're like, okay, we got to build a Crimson Guard. Is that dispellable?
Yes, it is.
Okay, there you go. Boom, right there. Got it. We figured it out. Even
This
though nobody's building it
non-existent crimson. Yep.
yet. Listen, don't take this away from me.
We're trying to help him out.
Ah, Nando. You are such an enigma sometimes. Not the hero. Who is a he, by the way?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, we figured it out. You owe me a burrito.
I do.
I'm glad you said burrito. I was really just expecting some 50-cent item on the Steam store.
Why would I do that? Then it's not even worth betting.
Well, I didn't think you were taking it that seriously, but I'm glad you did.
Mott, this is the way I think about it. If I buy you some 50-cent item on the Steam Marketplace, you wouldn't think anything of it. If I bought you a burrito, I'd put a smile on your face.
That's true. See, that's just a good thing to say. It's a good thing to think of. You're just, that makes me happy. Well done, bud.
Good. You'll never see this burrito.
Oh, shit. I didn't expect you to own me like that. I need that burrito. Maybe not. Anyway, Nando is sitting at 1,300 net worth, or 13,000, not 1,300. 1,300 would be really bad at this stage of the game. Although Grimm's isn't too far.
Carl.
Carl looks to be dead. He's trying to build Shadowblade. They all rotated up for that kill, and boy, did they get it. They didn't even have to use Bruce Split. Now they're going to take it tier 2, although the trade will probably come in form of the Nando God Strength. They do have Aegis, so fighting into Aegis, even with no Carl Lena, is still doable, and they're going to do it, actually. They're going to fight. They're all going to TP in. This Fen will TP in. Blink in.
Fast fingers.
Oh, boy. Luckily, there's no blink on Scorpion, but that's a 10-second BKB. Oh, my God. They actually backed. That's triggering. Okay.
Nando doesn't back, Mont.
Okay, that could have been played better. But it worked out. They got a kill, I guess. Oh. Wow, Nando. He expected it. Although he won't blink on top of her. She could just blink away. Oh, no, it's on cooldown. Anyway, you know, that was really well played from Team No Throne. They decided, okay, you know what? We'll just force the TP, and we'll back up, and then that should be good enough. And it was.
Nando blinked and stunned the TA randomly in the jungle, and now they're pinging the cliff because they thought there was a ward there.
Oh, really? That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Good job, Nando. AC done soon. Carl, I almost feel like he needs more survivability than... I guess Shadowblade does provide that a little bit, but... I don't know. Maybe there's some other item I'm forgetting that he could get that might help him survive. Besides
Like a BKB, perhaps?
Oh, okay, that's the item I'm forgetting. That's got to be the item, right?
Well, Shadowblade helps just, you know, land stuns on some of these targets and also just make you a bit more slippery on the map. I think it's good.
He should get a BKB after this, and I think he will.
Yep, probably.
Fatal Bonds. Seer Translator. Excellent. Greaves done for the Darkseer. Not had the best impact, actually. His farm is falling off. Comparatively, he doesn't have a Midas to the Brewmaster, who now is he's got a Radiance seemingly out of nowhere. So that's a big item.
All right. Yep. That is a huge item for Brewmaster.
And they're going to find Uwe. They've killed heroes twice in this top lane. You need to either get some vision or just stop going in this area. I'm not sure what the problem is, but it's not. Execration are not doing what they need to, although they're going to find the Brewmaster. Laguna. Oh, he almost stopped attacking. Now they're going to find the Earshaker. Oh, the Moth is back. Why is the Moth back? Why?
Oh, no.
What? Why have you done this to me? Oh, God. Scorpion dies. Lumic blinks out. Radiance is done. It loves these giant floodlights we have. It's so annoying. Yes, it's a light. Can you stop flickering? Maybe if I play my harmonica, it'll leave.
Good, good.
No, he didn't leave.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I'm so glad you tried that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I had to try something. For those of you that wonder what I'm talking about, there's been a moth that's been living in my basement for about a week now. It's hit me in the face twice and proceeded to molest me on numerous other occasions while I've been casting. And it loves the giant floodlights that we have in the basement that we use for, you know, actual webcam streams. So, great. Good to know that moths apparently don't have ears, otherwise it would have flown away. I mean, right? And it would have had to. It's a pretty loud harmonica.
Yeah. Ear piercing.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted to hear. Scorpion looks to be dead. Oh, the Drunken Haze. He didn't BKB. He finally does, but the Brewlings come out. The Brew Split is there. Darkseer's going to have to... Oh, he already grieves. He's still in trouble. Burrow Strike onto the Wind
These
Panda.
pandas are dying.
Yeah, they are, but now the TA is coming in, and the rest of the heroes aren't here yet. And they're going to lose Lumic, too. And they pop the BKB. Carl has got to force away, and he's maybe dead if he's not careful. Nando has only killed one, and now he might be dead, too. Execration are just taking the worst fights, honestly. 3 dead for Execration. Nando's dead for 73 seconds. That's Roche, and nope, just kidding. Roche is still dead. These fights are...
What's even happening in these fights? The BKB and God Strength was used to kill the Shaker, right?
Yep.
So then Nando just got kited the entire fight. Carl can't even enter the fight. He gets hit once by TA, and then he's out already. The fights are just a mess.
The fights are pretty bad for Execration, and it's a combination of itemization, it's a combination of heroes, it's a combination of the fact that the Darkster keeps dying first in every single freaking fight. There's no reason for him to... I mean, he needs to be able to get off his abilities. He has not gotten an ability off in one fight in the past 25 minutes, I think.
Radiant's middle tower is
I know that sounds aggressive, but it's true. They do have Golem. They're going to LSA and Laguna and kill the Brewmaster. Good vacuum. That's what they need to do. That is exactly what they needed to do. They needed to do that about 10 minutes ago. But they're still going to win the fight, which is really good. They might even get more. Silence comes out, but he's still going to chase Loon. As tanky as he is with Yules and an Atos, he's still dead. See ya! And 54
They're
seconds
back.
on Roche, at least. So there's that for Team No Throne. Otherwise, they would have taken Roche, Aegis, and Cheese. Or they might just force buyback. I swear to God, you Moth, I will fucking kill you. Alright? I don't like killing animals, but I'll do it if I have to.
My goodness. Moth, so this is the big problem about TA. I know you're in a combat right now with the Moth, but the TA traps, look what happens. The creeps are all dead.
Oh, did GTA trap the wave? Okay, well.
Yep. So it got close enough to do some damage, but backdoor
Oh, they're
protection is
just
eventually going to kick in.
diving. Yep. Well, it doesn't kick in long enough for them to not like lose their tier 3 tower. They don't want to buy back on
They
their
don't
other
have the
heroes.
DD also.
They're just chewing through this backdoor protection. But they do have to back. Excuse me.
Radiant's top tower is under
Ugh. Good call to back up there. And they will get the tier 3, and Carl needs to be a little careful. They're all chasing them. Carl needs to leave, actually. If he doesn't want to die, and they will. Thank you, Batman, and for Shinelays GCN. What a name.
Wow.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, not quite the mouthful that anime.how.lovers is. But,
That's me.
I know. I was looking at your rank on the leaderboard. I did it inadvertently because I was looking at who was top on the leaderboards for NA recently, and I saw you were pretty far up there. I said, hey, there's Brax. That's pretty great. You're like 20-something now, I think?
Yep, I've been plus or minus 5-ish, around there.
Been grinding the games. Meanwhile, the other co-caster, Jenkins, is at 200. Boom, you've owned him. Easy.
You know, Jenkins carried me super hard today.
Really? What did he play?
He played Pudge, and he had 5 mangoes because it was Mango Pudge Day. And he laned with me, and he just level 1 hooked the enemy like 6 times in lane.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't do anything.
If there's anything I know, it's that Jenkins Pudge can be a pretty game-winning hero.
He's the best Pudge I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, that is... Damn.
Nobody else plays Pudge like him.
It's true. He's a unique Pudge player for sure. That's pretty... To say that, though, are you sure? Because there's always Dendy, you know?
Well, Dandy was so, you know, he's... Back in the day.
Back
Dandy
in
was
the
best
day.
for sure.
There it
Yes.
is. You said exactly what I wanted you to say. I'm not going to use the term that we could use, but I'm glad you said that. Jenkins will be very happy to hear this. I will clip this and report back to him sometime in the near future.
I mean, Dandy's the original Pudge, for sure.
For sure. He also had help with Puppy and some of the shenanigans they pulled. But it's different now. It is
It's a
definitely different.
controversial subject there.
So if you're telling me if they just pick Jenkins Pudge every game, if he's on a pro team, they just win? Is that how that works?
No, I just said he was a good Pudge.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you win.
Damn it. I was trying to get you to go even further, but I knew I was crossing over steep territory at that point. It's a little dangerous.
Well, you were talking about the Darkseer farm at one point, about how much he's fallen off. And honestly, he bought this Helm of the Dominator and hasn't really used it very effectively, feels like.
What would you consider being effective use of Helm of the Dominator?
Taking towers, like the siege creeps, combining up with a centaur creep to stop, or just in general, keeping the Dominator creep alive. But every time I've seen the Dominator creep, it just runs in and dies, you know?
Yeah.
It could be using like the Ogre Ice Armor, Alpha Wolf creep, even the Troll Net. There's a lot of uses for this creep.
Uwe has played well in this tournament so far, but in terms of this Darkseers we've seen so far in this tournament, Skylark was so far the best yesterday, and even earlier in today when we saw the Geek Fam versus the Anatomic matchup. They did pretty well there, so. But they have Aegis. They're going to try to go high ground with Nando. This is pretty tricky. There is a DD rune top rune spot, which the Radiant do see.
Look at the wraparound. Team No Throne looking for the engagement.
They
but
see Carl.
up
He's
on the
going to
cliff.
Shadow Blade. Do they have Gem on the Dire? They don't. They have the DD now. I think you just push out top if you're Lumic, and then you just run right where your team, and then you try to push high ground again. Why are you checking Roche? You just took it.
He's trying to break smokes.
Oh, I see. I like this this spot better, the one we saw a few days
Oh
ago.
yeah, I do too. That was my favorite smoke spot that I've seen, or smoke breaking spot that I've seen so far. There's just too many places for them to check, so they actually have no idea where you are.
Yeah. So unless you have like some high ground vision or some BS, you have like a Night Stalker on your team. Uh-oh, Carl. Or uh-oh, Meow.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, anybody? Uh-oh, they found
Uh
Brewmaster.
oh, Jimmy.
He has the split. He doesn't want to use it. Yules, LSA, he might not get a chance to use it. Laguna? Golem, they should drop it. Echo Slam. All right, Carl's dead. Mystic
Yeah.
Flare. They got the Brew split off, too. Okay. Again, not another... That was a pretty bad team fight initiation from Execration. It looked good for a moment. How did Nando blink out of that? That's, He's got BKB. I don't think he wants to use it. Carl has buyback. They clearly don't want to use that either. Nando's in trouble. They're going to turn. God's
He's
Strength.
turning.
There it is. And they're going to look for Meow on the TA, but the Sprout comes out. No, you don't have a Quelling Blade. Ah!
Oh no, it's Sprout Easy all over again.
It really is. The gem's down. 3 dead. This fight is going horrendously bad. Just when you think you have an advantage for Execration, they're getting owned, and Aegis is now gone. Carl didn't buy back. This game, or rather this fight, is over. Woo! He bought out. I hope he sold. He
Oh.
did sell.
Okay.
He did sell at the last second. Thank God he did. Because, oh, look at the golem, by the way. But, yeah, but he didn't, if he doesn't sell out there, he doesn't have a buyback. They just push mid. They might actually get Rags. So, and they still might do that.
Jesus, all they need to do is wait for the Sven to initiate the fight with the Blink BKB, alright? But Carl pushing up forward, trying to, you know, catch some heroes with the Yules. Not the most reliable way to catch a Templar Assassin, and then they try to blow up the Brewmaster, but super clutch fissure coming in allows the Brewmaster to get a split off at the very end. And this game is extremely messy.
Yeah, I agree.
Super chaotic.
It does not look like Execration, the past few days of Execration play, where they've looked really good. I mean, they've been aggressive, but they've always had, like, this measured aggression in every single one of their games so far. You know, and it doesn't. They have an idea of what they want to do, but they can never really pull it off generally. And now they're down 2K. They don't have Aegis anymore. You know, they need to be careful with how they approach this next few minutes. The TA is huge. She has BKB. She's working on her butterfly. She has her butterfly, actually. So I don't know. This game is starting to get very, very sketchy. They really need to have that initiation with the Sven and then the Darkseer follow-up. That hasn't happened, or vice versa for that matter. Now the Skywrath has an Aghanim Scepter. And this Lina, even with BKB, can still die very quickly if she doesn't have it up. So I'm pretty nervous for Execration. And Team No Throne are having a great game right now. 35 minutes in, they have a 1K lead. They now have a Nullifier in their Nature Prophet. A very good item against the Sven especially, like a huge item. Like, I mean, an insanely good item. And I have a feeling that Team No Throne, if they could take 1 or 2 more fights, they could just win this game.
Yep, definitely. It comes down to Roche, honestly. If Templar Assassin can play with Roshan, then she can play much more aggressively in these fights. 2.5 minutes left on that.
They don't have a Trav in there. She needs to get one in, but...
Yep.
Oh, by the way, they lost to the gym in that fight, too.
Oh,
Radiant. They also had
Just
the
gets
cheese on
worse and
Carl,
worse.
but of course he died so quickly he couldn't use it. So he didn't use his BKB. I guess they just didn't have vision on the high ground. They didn't think they were going to get Echo Slam like that. I think he should have just popped his BKB anyway, to be honest, but that's neither here nor there.
Yep, it's one of those situations where you don't want to, but it's much better to be safe than sorry, right?
Oh, they have Aeon just now on Brewmaster, or at least he's close with the recipe. And so much for blowing up. They won't, like, he'll get a split off every fight as soon as he gets that item. There's no way they can actually blow him up unless they lock him down somehow long enough. But he's going to have the, now that's impossible, right? Because of the Dispel, so.
Yep, it's super difficult. They can chain stun him when the Dispel goes off, but if he just spams BKB, it's never going to actually go off.
It's true.
They'll never be able to kill him like that.
So that is the big item. If he can get to that point, plus they'll have the Primal Split cooldown in 2 levels. He also has the health to the Primal Split unit, so him dying to Nando is really... It's still possible, it's just very hard. They're kind of grouped up here, but it seems they know something is amiss. Nando's going to walk right into them. He's going to BKB God Strength. They're looking for a Burrow Strike. They would prefer not to go on the Skywrath Mage, but they do. Now they're looking for Jimmy. He's going to pop his BKB in his split. They have Golem. Uh-oh. Echo comes out. Big fight. Golem's going to try to turn it, but they've already lost the Sand King. Meantime, they're going to vacuum wall Scorpion. Still in trouble. And actually, they nullify Sven. They have brought down at least 2 of them, but their only support from the Sven is dead as well. They need to leave. You know, the Brewlings are doing too much. And here comes the TA. Carl's in trouble. He doesn't have his cheese. He's going to use it. He's going to pop BKB. He'll get green. It's going to be 3 for 2, or 3 for 3, excuse me, but they need to run still. Grims is there. He's looking to Shadow Word or something. LSA misses. They got the Refraction, but he should be able... No, he might be dead, actually, if he's not careful. He should have... he can't blink because of the LSA, and he's dead.
They
Okay.
get him 1,200 gold for Carl.
They have picked up the Aeon Disc. Grims trying to Shadow Word himself, and Grims is going to be fine, and now they're going to turn it. The upheaval is there. I cannot believe they're actually going to win this fight. That is insane to me.
Man, they actually couldn't lock down Alina. The fight went on for so long.
Carl is single-handedly carrying this team to victory in this game. I swear to God, him and Grims. Like, Sand got a little aggressive. They just grouped up for the Echo Slam, which is a little interesting. You know, they couldn't kill the Brewmaster in time before he got a split off, and now they're definitely not going to be able to do that for any fight from here on out. Like, the fights are still so messy, but Carl is somehow able to deal with it all, keep himself alive against the TA, and then with the help of Grims, and they're going to find another kill, potentially, although he needs to BKB, he doesn't have it. If he had BKB, he could have killed him, but it was on cooldown for another 3 seconds. Anyway, he is essentially carrying them into this late game.
Yep, so the longer this game goes, of course, the BKB on Sven gets shorter, so it's easier to kite, but at the same time, TA, her BKB also drops. And when TA's BKB drops, she can't really function in these fights. She's going to die to any stun. The fraction's just going to get blown through, and she'll get completely destroyed. Lena's a monster at this stage of the game. Look at his gold, 7,000 gold. Yep.
He's going to go for the Mushi challenge. He's only 2,000 away, so who knows. By the way, they got the gem back. That's a Bloodthorn. Okay. Lumic got the gem back from the enemy team. They didn't need to carry it, to be honest, but they did anyway. I guess it's fine, actually, against the Lina Shadowblade. That makes sense. So, Uwe is by far and away the lowest core in this game. And he did have a nice vacuum in that. Well, not really. It was only a vacuum onto 1 and a wall onto 1. But he needs to do a bit more on this Darkseer, I think, in all honesty.
Yep, they need to get the combo off. Something you can do with Darkseer to make the combo a bit easier so they don't get their BKBs off is Sven jumps one target, then you vacuum the backline as they come in to help, and then Sand stuns them.
Yes.
But the fights have just been so chaotic that it's really difficult for them to get their abilities off together.
It honestly just is the Brewmaster that makes these fights as difficult as they have.
Brewmaster is owning in all these fights.
Like, he's almost level 25. He's second highest level in the game. He is 6, 6, and 12. He has a Midas. He has his Andisk. He's going to get another item pretty soon. The Midas purchase was pretty great. He had already a lot of farm, and he got his Blink Dagger super early, and then he turns that into all these items. It's huge with the Midas. They do have the AoE for the Surge now for the Darkseer. Oh, here we go. That's Andisk. And there goes the split. And there's the Echo Slam onto 3 with the Mystic Flare. Oh my lord. That was disgusting.
Oh, the combo was amazing.
Team No Throne are playing lights out in this game. They wiped the floor with Execration. Ooh, baby. And that is why you do not go out of Brewmaster with Andisk. That is essentially the reason you do not do that, especially in that confined of an area.
Yep, they just baited themselves in. And now Brewmaster with level 25, but minus 65-second primal split cooldown. It's basically always up.
Yep. They'll have it in another 67 seconds. He is feeling great. Man, it is a 35-second cooldown now. Holy crap.
The Ag Skywrath Mage actually came into play huge there
Yeah.
with the Echo Slam from Earthshaker.
That was perfectly placed and
Yeah.
just killed everybody. TA will head to Roche. This thing will die quickly. This is Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard. That might actually be the game. They're going to go for the Epicenter. It's not in time. He will get the kill into Jimmy. The Mystic Flare is there. He actually snatched the Aegis. Are you kidding me?
And the cheese.
Oh my god. That might have been game-saving. You know, he's still going to die, but he is buyback. If they have Aegis, they can easily push high ground and perhaps end the game. There's no buyback even on the Sven or on the Carl Lena. And somehow he snatches the Aegis and the cheese within that small time window. It was literally like 2.25 seconds, and he is able to keep the game at least a little more even now.
He might have just saved the game, honestly.
Yeah, I think so. Although if they found that DD as they literally walked away at the 42-minute rune, and now they will find it. I think they should probably, I don't know, it's hard to push. They had a period there where they might have been able to push high ground. I don't know if they can anymore now, with especially with Aegis gone.
Good Sven's itemization too. He went for the Nullifier, so now he has that blink in jump. If he can jump the Templar Assassin, then they'll win a fight, hopefully. As long as they don't come up for a gigantic Echo Slam, Skywrath Mage, Mystic Flare combo too, because, you know, when you think Skywrath Mage and the Mystic Flare, I think Faceless Void. That's like the biggest combo, right? That's what we used to see all the time, but the Echo Slam and Earthshaker makes a lot of sense too, because it clears away the creeps. When you have the Aghanims, you have two on top of each other like that. It's a ridiculous amount of damage.
It's a good combo, but in order to have it as effective as it is, first of all, you need, of course, the Blink for the Earthshaker, whatever, you know. But you also need the Aghanim Scepter for the Skywrath Mage to even get all that damage that he got in the last fight. Otherwise, it's going to be split between a couple of the heroes potentially, or just only one gets dropped down.
Yep, takes a lot of preparation as well to actually use it well.
The good thing is that Execration have been gifting Team No Throne with these fights. They've literally been walking into like 3-man Echo Slams because they try to group up on the Brewmaster for some reason. You know, with the way the game is going, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually like try to jump on him and nullify him for some reason. That's just kind of how the game is gone for Execration. It's like there's a lot of mistakes being made for sure. I don't want to call them out too much, but it's also just a tough draft, I think, too, for Execration to make work with the Sven. Like, Sven always has this issue where you just get kited. Against this team especially, he doesn't have a Quelling Blade. He's never going to have one anymore, so he's always going to get sprouted. They're always going to have side traps, although he has BKB. They can echo him when he doesn't have his BKB. They can brew split and just kite him that way. It's pretty tricky for him, and it means that Carl has to have that much more of an impact. But every time, if Carl's so squishy, if he gets caught out, he just dies. So it's very tricky for them in terms of positioning for Execration.
Yep, no armor on Lena up against a Templar Assassin means she's going to melt in like 4 hits.
Yeah. And I don't really... She was thinking about getting Shiva's Guard, and I almost think that might have been the better choice than Bloodthorn in this game. You know?
Yeah, just being able to survive and tank it up, but you know, the damage is nice.
Uwe might be dead. I don't think they see him, actually. The DD is on the TA. I think it's a second set of DD that they found bottom. Or something, or they bottled it or something. I'm not sure. Oh, this is going to be a big fight. Meow's going to run in. BKB is up. Uwe needs to
boy.
force himself away. They drop the golem. Here we go. Meow jumping in. They've got the Earthshaker down. He's dead for 68 seconds. Green looking for Carl. Carl a little bit low. Carl's dead, and he just dies super fast. Epicenter getting channeled. They jump it. They want this kill on the TA, the vacuum wall, the Burrow Strike. Can they get her?
Amazing.
She'll fall. Grims gets the double kill, and now the Brewling's into the fight. Green getting cleaved down as well. He's going to get stunned. It's going to be 4 dead. The AoE surge is there, and now they just have to deal with Jimmy X. And boy, is he in trouble. The Burrow Strike comes out. The Aeon Disc will go, but look at the upheaval. Look at the Nullifier. See you later, Brewmaster. You better taunt yourself out of there, but he is going to get chopped down. That was the fight execration for we're looking for, and it was a doozy with Lumic counter-initiating perfectly. Whew.
Here's the big question. Where's the gem? Does Lumic have it?
It was on the ground. He picked it up, yeah.
All right. See this one trap? It could have ruined their push, but it's not going to because they have the gem.
Beautiful. I like how it was the first thing you thought of. I'm glad, too. I wouldn't have mentioned
It
it.
happens in so many games where you win a fight, but you don't have detection for this trap, and it just kills your entire creep wave.
It's especially miserable if you're, like, in a lower bracket. You know, for Divine Fives, you probably... I know you, obviously, are thinking about it a lot, but for people that are in my bracket, even, like Ancients, we don't think about that type of stuff a lot of the time when you play against Templar Assassin.
I mean, it happens all the time, because sentries aren't enough. You know, sometimes there's 10 traps in that lane.
Yep. Yeah, they're just lining the row of lanes. Of course, they will take care of them. There's one trap onto the siege creeps, and actually, that one trap might be used. Nah, never mind. Okay, so they've forced a couple of buybacks. Meow bought back, which is the biggest buyback. Green buying back is also pretty imperative. They do have Brewmaster down for another 30 seconds, and they're going to try to utilize this timing window. Scorpion is going to be spotted. Go on, Scorpion. Go on, Scorpion. They are going on Scorpion, and Scorpion is dead, and he has no buyback.
Oh, man, and he's the guy with the refresher shard, too.
AoE Surge. Yep. That Aegis being taken away by Lumic might have won them the game, which is incredible to say. It's not over yet. They do have a 7K lead now. Wow, that net worth graph. Oh, my God. It is straight up and down. Mostly up.
It's the roller coaster.
It really is. It's one of the most aggressive roller coasters you're ever going to see. Carl's going to go to work on the buildings, and he does need to be a little careful. Nature's Wrath. Jimmy going to BKB jump in. There's the Orchid. They have to get Uwe double forced out, which they will do. Cyclone under the Sand King. They're going to try to back up. He has Greaves back in 3. Another Surge coming out. He's going to get stunned. They found Green. This could be a dieback. With Bloodthorn, it almost certainly is. The damage is too much. Even without the Soul Burn, he's still going to die one way or the other. Dead for 98 seconds, and that's Bruce put down. Of course, it is only a 35-second cooldown, which is good news for the Team No Throne. And Team No Throne might have been Team Throw at this point. Good vacuum wall combination, but they get off their BKBs. The Golem gets dropped down. They'll kill Scarith Mage. Meow's going to be next as BKB is done. There's the Nullifier. Game. Execration. It just takes them 1 or 2 good fights, and that should do it, I think. My God. Where's the
Yeah,
Sven?
their team fight finally comes in at the end, but it was pretty sloppy, Mon. It was very... Oh, Echo Slam.
Okay. That was a good effort, but there was no follow-up. The Brewmaster was in his Earth Panda form. Not that it would have mattered anyway. He buys back immediately, and I cannot believe Execration are going to win this game. God, what were you saying, by the way?
Oh, I was just saying that Execration, they finally executed their team fight very, very well, right? Like, they have all the tools. These team fights were fantastic. Once Nando got the Nullifier, he just sat waiting for T to show her face so he could just go on him. But Team No Throne, I mean, they showed they're a great team, honestly.
Yeah, they played really well. It's a bit disheartening for them to lose the game the way that they did. They had great picks. They had great play. The Skywrath Mage, I think, was one of the most impactful heroes in that game, and he almost an MVP-type performance, but it's hard to say that when they had so much good play from the rest of their team, too. They had amazing Echo Slams from the Earthshaker, despite not having a very early Blink Dagger. I mean, it was super late, to be fair. The TA, of course, had a really great lane against Carl, who is an extraordinarily good mid player. But, of course, Meow was able to come back and still do really well. Green on the Nature's Prophet actually felt effective on a Nature's Prophet, which is unusual. This hero doesn't usually feel effective, but he did a lot of damage. The only issue is that it was very squishy, and that was one of the big things. And then Jimmy X, probably the biggest performance a lot of the time. He didn't even need to do anything. He just baited fights by being there, and then they would go on him. They would counter-initiate with an Echo Slam, and then that would turn things around completely. So, yeah, I mean, you're right, Brax. They looked really good in that game, I think.
They did.
So, that'll do it for the first game. And Execration roll on. That was about to be their first loss of the entire tournament, but instead turns out to be their next win. The 7th win of the tournament for them so far in terms of maps. We'll see if they can get to 8 in a row. As we take a quick break, we'll jump into Game 2, our last game of the day, in just a moment, guys. Stick around.
Man that I met one time. He the man that'll leave you blind. He the man, he the man, he the man. He's a freak of nature, but we love him so. He's a freak of nature, but we'll let him go. I got stopped by a lady, a cop in my automobile. She said, get out and spit your legs, and then she tried to cop a bill. That cop, she was all dressed in blue. Was she pretty? Boy, I'm telling you, she stuck my butt with a big black stick. I said, what's up? Now suck my dick like a ram getting ready to jam the lamp. She whipping just a little when she felt my hand on her crotch so very warm. I could feel her get through her uniform. I rocked her up on the black and white, on sick and stiff, wood ass tight. I swatted her like no SWAT team can. Cherry outside, right into jail. He the man that I met one time. He the man that'll leave you blind. He the man, he the man, he the man. think I'll stay for a while. What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right, ladies and gents, welcome back into the last game of the day here for the MPGL Asian Championships of 2018. Our group stages starting to get towards the bitter end here. We have tonight's matchup, this last game, and then we have a 3-day break, which means I can kind of finally get some sleep again. Yay, we did it. We did it. Brax, how you feeling? Are you feeling tired? You feeling ready to go? You feeling ready for our last game of the day, buddy?
Yes.
Great. Me too. Let's get into it. You know, it's going to be really good. All right, here we go. Execration versus Team No Throne. We have a Execration. They had a rough game. They did win. Very important, of course, they did win. Team No Throne had a great game. Of course, Execration, just a really strong team. And it really only took them one team fight towards the end of the game. Whereas Team No Throne, they won fight after fight after fight. But they could just not close the door on Execration. And I think one of the biggest reasons is Lumik and the play that he had on the Sand King, Chemo, if you will, going for the Aegis and the Cheese play on the third Roche, which means they only got Refresher Shard, which they never used. I don't think they used it maybe once. They used it at the end of the game, not once. But, yeah, that was the play.
He saved the game, Mott.
Yeah.
He EP'd, stunned in the pit blindly, killed Brewmaster, took the Aegis and the Cheese. You know, they needed that Aegis and Cheese on the side of Team No Throne to close out the game. Without it, you can't walk up to the high ground.
And that might have been the turn. But they'll go Brewmaster again, and I think that's a good choice for Team No Throne after how well they played it in the first game. Ooh. All right. Doom, though. The issue is that there is a Doom, correct? So
Yes.
This is not the same situation. You blink stun and you burst down Brewmaster. Sure, you can get that done, but once he gets Aeon Disc, the game gets a little easier for him in the first game. In the second game, now you have to deal with the Doom jumping in and just stopping you from being effective at all in fights. And if Doom gets any sort of initiation item, the fight probably, or at least the Brewmaster's fight, is over.
Yep. If Doom can doom this, God, what an awful ultimate. If Doom can doom the Brewmaster.
It should definitely be called something else. I don't know what. But
It should.
But
Anyways, if they can jump the Brewmaster and manage to get the Doom off, I mean, fights are super easy, right? We saw how much the Primal Split last game was able to do. And items, of course, make it easier for Brewmaster to cast the Primal Split. In this game, not so much. He can go for the Lincoln Sphere, but it's still pretty easy for him to break. Aeon Disc, BKB, not going to do so much. So the Brewmaster's late game is just even more difficult.
yeah, it's a tricky situation now. Not only that, but they also have the Wind Ranger, which is really long disable once she maxes out her Shackle Shot. It's a good follow-up stunt, too. If they can somehow find an initiation onto the Brewmaster and stop him from ulting, they can also just Shackle Shot, Focus Fire him down, and he just gets destroyed. Although, again, he does have the evasion, which is nice. But, yeah, I think this is a very good Doom pick. And I'm surprised they picked the Brew into it, but they could still find... If they can get the Brewmaster ult off, they might be able to find some really good fights for them. And just like Cyclone the Doom or Wind Ranger, whoever for that matter.
Yeah, Cyclone the Doom is fantastic. You also have the... you can Cyclone the Wind Ranger when she uses Wind Run, and then Purge her, and then she'll will die in these fights. It's also set up for the Ice Path. Yeah. It's not as easy as just using somebody, but it is possible.
Yeah, that's a good point. But it's still early in the draft. Execration. I'm interested in seeing what Nando's going to be playing. I know, like, against the Nature's Prophet, the Sven was good, and even against the Brewmaster, the Sven was good, but they kited him super hard. I like Execration banning out the Skywrath Mage. The hero that is still available, mind you, is the Io. And if it doesn't get banned here, I would have to assume one of these teams is going to pick it. And probably Team No Throne, because they have the pick, and they don't want to give it up to Execration, because then you're playing against Io Doom, which is really annoying and really hard to deal with. And I know you already have Jakiro, and you might not want to pick Io for Team No Throne, but I don't know if you can give it up to Execration. I don't think you want to.
Yep, Io Doom, extremely scary. Not many safe laners can actually survive in 2v2 lanes against it unless you heavily counterpick the Doom with like a Monkey King or Lifestealer, for example, but it just gives you so much more to worry about, you know? You can Doom somebody, relocate on top of them, they're dead. It changes the game.
Yeah, it is game-changing. That's a good way of putting it. Maybe both of these teams forgot about it. You know, maybe Team No Throne don't pick it here. I think Execration would really like this hero. Team No Throne probably could live without it, even though Io Brewmaster is actually kind of a good combination. I would be surprised if the hero wasn't picked, though. You know, with the... After the draft is... Like, if the draft is over and there's no Io, I would probably be shocked.
You know, it's one of those heroes where you either play it or you don't, right? Not the easiest hero to play, quite tedious, but I'm pretty sure we've seen Execration play it. I think I saw Lumic play it, right?
Probably. I think so, too. I'm going to look it up just so that I can be sure. But I think you're right. Let's see. Execration matches. Io. Yes, they did play it against Neon Atomic. They won that game, of course. They won every game they've played in this tournament so far. They've only played it once in this tournament. They also played it in the JDL as well against Entity Gaming. They're going to go Treant Protector. Wow. All right. I like this hero. Is this Io? It is a Warlock.
Warlock.
Okay, we're not going to get an Io this game, apparently. Great. Right? I mean, I guess you could still pick it, but it's Warlock Io, and then you have a Wind Ranger in the core role, which is, like, weird. Well, anyway. It's not important. The Treant Protector is the important pick here. Warlock, obviously, very good for Execration last game. Actually, Grimm's kind of, you know, him and Carl carried them through some of those fights. But Treant Protector, pretty good in terms of course, we always talk about Living Armor, but I don't know about Treant Protector right now. Is he good? I mean, what do people play? What do they build?
I don't think he's that bad. I think he's actually a bit underrated.
Underrated? How so? And like, in what regard?
So his laning isn't that bad. Like, when you duel offlane with him, I think it's weaker because teams are more prone to having sentry wards in their safe lane. But when he's zoning out offlaners or just playing a 2v2 in the safe lane, people usually don't have control over that area and they don't have sentries.
Right.
And then he punches people for 90 damage. They're basically nukes.
Yes.
And then you get to that mid game where he's basically a bounty hunter, where he just runs around in the enemy jungle trying to secure these deep wards. And then you always have the root making it very difficult for carries to itemize against. They have to go BKB and Manta. And they already have a strong leader in the Lycan. I don't think it's bad at all.
Yeah, this might actually be a really good pick and a really good draft. And Team No Throne could easily make this work. We saw how good they played in the last game. I think this could be a draft that they can win with.
It's funny, but it's even less about the armor than it used to be. It's more about the invis presence.
Yes, you're absolutely right. People don't even go Living Armor until later into the game, usually.
Yeah.
Unless they get like 1 point or something, which is generally not worth it. Yeah, it's definitely Nature's Guys, Leech Seed, smack people, give them the Leech Seed, zone them out. Whatever is going to be in the safe lane, if they do like Treant +1, or Treant Brewmaster, is actually going to have kind of a tough time, even with the Warlock in the lane, I think. Still might be tricky. Although Gyrocopter's not bad. He's not bad.
Okay. This is a really good Lycan game. Like, look at their disables, right? The only one is really Shackle Shot and then Homing Missile. Not the most reliable disables for a hasted Lycan running in and out. And then Necro 3 can also purge off Wind Runner's Wind Run. Sorry, Wind Ranger's Wind Run. That's another case of the Doom Doom.
Doom Doom. Wind Ranger, Wind Run. Wind Run, Wind Run, Wind Run, Wind Run. Yeah, it's a good thing
you
they
can
changed
purge off the survivability skill if Wind Ranger is a core hero, which I'm assuming it is for now.
it. Yes.
And Lycan's probably one of the best carries against Doom in general.
I would say so. If he gets a shapeshift off, then he's fine. You know, even if he doesn't, he just can smack people anyways with his claws if he gets doomed up.
And he pretty much enters every fight with his shapeshift, right? Because he's never sitting there on the front lines.
Yeah. I don't actually know how you lock this Lycan down, even with the... You have to have some amazing shackle shot, I think, in order to kill this hero. Otherwise, he's either going to kill your team or he's going to run away. There's probably no third option. I don't know if killing him is going to be possible unless they get a Doom off, or if they golem him and then set up the shackle shot that way. Although DK will help, you know, Dragon Tail, pretty good disable. It also can set up for the shackle shot. So also good in pushing, which they're going to need. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I think the Lycan and Tree Protector, I'm with you. You really made me a believer in this this draft so far from Team No Throne, but they have to put it all together with this last pick. And what is it going to be? It is going to be an Ember Spirit, which that's even better because there's no lockdown again. So, or some, not as much lockdown, but.
Yep, very little lockdown on the side of Execration, making Ember Spirit an even better pick. Of course, there is Doom against Ember, but Doom takes about 1.5 years to cast, so hopefully Ember Spirit can dodge that. I don't know. I like this lineup from Team No Throne a lot. I think they can very easily run over Execration's lineup. Like, Warlock does not like playing against Lycan, Ember Spirit, or Brewmaster. All these heroes get on top of you.
Yeah.
And you don't want to rock this Brewmaster on top of you because he's going to split. Same thing with the Lycan and Ember Spirit. Same thing. Like, these are not easy heroes to ult at all.
It's definitely difficult like it was in the first game, but it's probably more so in this game. I'm going to have to agree in your thought process about Team No Throne's draft. I think they're in a really good spot right now. They could easily take the game. It just comes down to, can Execration play better than they did in the first game? Because if they can make it close. They can make it even. They can get some farm for their DK and the Gyrocopter, but they could just as easily... If this game goes late, too, I think Team No Throne are still fine, even with the Lycan. Like, I don't know. They'll get like a Necro 3, and they're just going to push down towers and stuff. There's nothing they can do about it, probably.
Yep, there's so many heroes that just hate this hasted Necro 3 coming at them. Wind Ranger... even Gyrocopter, sure, he can kill it with Flag Cannon, but that means he's taking 600 damage early on in the game. It's pretty problematic. Later on, not so much, but I don't know. This game looks pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to swap the roles up. Jimmy's going to play the Lycan this time. They're going to give the Brewmaster to Green, which I think is kind of surprising considering how well Jimmy played in the first game. But
maybe it's maybe only Jimmy plays Lycan.
I would assume that's the reason why they did that. There's probably another reason for it. Which is, it's one of those heroes that can be kind of tricky to play if you don't know how to micro. It's not the hardest microing hero, but it can be tricky sometimes.
The most annoying part about this hero is that because you have wolves next, like if you want to have it on one hotkey.
It's very, very upset, Execration. Please stop. So they'll try to get aggressive with Uwe and Lumic. I really hope I'm pronouncing Uwe's name correctly. I'm like pronouncing it like it's German, which it probably isn't. But what are you going to do? You know, sometimes you just got to go with your gut, and, you know, you just got to get in there sometimes.
I like Yaha.
Yaha is great because it just sounds like an exclamation. Yaha! Execration secure 3 bounty runes. They did that last game, too, and they're going to do it for 2 games in a row now. Green has also taken a Shadow Word, and he has to TP back to the lane. And if the Gyro got there, he would have home missiled him, and he actually did. Please stop. Please. Grims. No!
Oh, this is great. I love the Party Horn.
Party Horn is... It's annoying. Ooh, knocking the trees down with the power shot. That's one way to deal with Scorpion. Just do it again now, except you're going to have to use all of your mana to do it, it feels like. Uwe needs to be very careful, Nature's guys, and I think he's dead. He is mega dead. Another trial lane strikes and finds gold for Team No Throne. It's happened again. Although I meant the trial lane earlier today, the first game we saw. Well, the bad news is they're going to lose Uwe. The good news is they're zoning out this Brewmaster.
Do you think Uwe's going to die again?
Yes.
Oh, no, they don't have the root
they
from the
missed
nature
Yeah, they missed the root.
Yep.
And they almost killed Loon. Well, he's not going to die, but he's... He's not going to die, but he's going to have to use some tangos. I guess he has 3 mangoes, so he has 1 million HP regen, but... Meanwhile...
So... Obviously, there's a tri-lane up here from the side of Actually, Lumic, he doesn't have wind run, so he's gonna get slowed up by the dual
He
breath.
needs to TP.
Radiant structures
He needed to
are
TP a while ago. Well, he would have died anyway, probably. He takes so much
structures
freaking
are
damage.
fortified.
There's also the chance. I think he's actually alive. He's gonna go deny himself to some creeps.
Yeah,
Yep.
they don't have enough range. They don't have enough mana for a dual breath. Nice, good job. And also, the good thing is this is going to push the wave now. Or it should, I think. Right?
No, because Jimmy's holding the wave.
Oh.
He's just sitting there in front of the tower tanking it, so it's gonna sit there forever.
Okay.
But look down bottom for Green's Brewmaster. Gets rocketed up. There's the homing missile and the rocket barrage combo. He's dead. He's level 1 at 2 minutes, and he can't get experience in this lane.
Yeah, the Doom is even level 2. That's how you know you're doing it. It's pretty bad. They have to send somebody down there. They're going to. No, they're not. Just kidding. That's the Brewmaster. Okay, well, I mean, that's the trade-off. You know, you have to try lane top, and your Brewmaster's getting owned.
This Brewmaster is screwed, though. Look at his wave. He's got 2 range creeps, and Nando, if he really
Oh my
wants
god,
to,
he can just hold
these.
it. Why aren't you holding it?
Yep.
Okay, he's
He's
holding it.
holding it
Okay,
right
good,
there.
good. I was really concerned
Green's
for a second.
completely screwed. He has no way to enter the lane. And Warlock, he's never going to rotate. He's got no reason to. He's just going to sit here forever.
Shadow
and
Word.
keep Shadow
He's going to
Warding.
get level 2 Shadow Word, and then Green is going to have an even worse time than he already is having currently.
It's so hard to lane against Gyro as a solo here because you could just get homing missile spammed over and over.
And this is why like Brewmaster last meta wasn't picked very often, is because he gets owned by Gyrocopter, and the same you could just destroy you. And not to mention has Shadow Word, which is so freaking good against that hero.
Yep. Big problem is this is what happens when you're offlane or solo against a dual lane. A lot of these dual lanes you can't really lane, and you just end up level 1. He's going back to block creeps, trying to eventually get experience, which he is now because there is a double range creep in the bottom lane.
Until
but
Grimm's pulls, inevitably, which I think he should.
yes, he's gonna pull the next wave, not this one.
Yeah, so he'll get level 2 off this. I don't know if he'll get level 3, especially if the denies come out. Luckily, Nando did not get the denies because, of course, he got the Drunken Haze, so he got level 2 off that somehow. So that's good news. Meanwhile, Uwe's getting close to level 4, and also zoning out Jimmy in the meantime. I don't know where the other support went. Loon is rotating mid for some reason. And how deep do they want to dive? They did
They
Fatal
want to
Bond.
push him off this wave.
He actually just sets it back. He has no regen. He's not even going to get level 3. It'll be close. They need to deny. Okay, Nando's just going to
Nando's
dive
just
him.
running out of
Yeah, yeah.
This guy's he's a player.
Nando is... God damn, I love Nando so much. He just does crazy shit that nobody else would do a lot of the time. He
He's
might even go
baby
again.
Cal
He's
Envy.
going to go again. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough mana for... Okay, if they give this kill to Green... Okay, they're not going to. But that would have been amazing if Green came back in and got a kill. But of course, it's not going to happen.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Carl has 30 last hits to the 22 of the Ember Spirit, although Ember Spirit's getting levels now, which is good. Get him, Carl. They're going to battle each other. Slap each other in the face. Boom. So,
The slap battle.
yeah. So bottom is a disaster for Team No Throne. Top is going okay. Mid is going okay. So it's about a 2-lane advantage, I would say, for Execration. And actually, because the Doom is actually doing pretty well, he's like 200 gold behind that of the Lycan. This is going... They also got both of the runes top rune spot, although they got both in the bottom 2 for Team No Throne. So,
Yeah, Doom is doing very well.
yep, level 4. Is Nando still level... Or not Nando. Green is finally level 3. So he's only level behind the Doom, which is surprising, you know. But this is a solo lane he was in for the longest time, so that's the trade-off. Oh, get the siege creep, Uwe. You have Devour. No? Okay. All right, maybe not. Okay, that's why. You don't want to take the wolf damage. Fine. Fair enough. But, yeah, good stuff. 1K lead for Execration. Team No Throne, they of course have a really good late game lineup. They also have a really good pushing lineup, so eventually they'll get levels. They'll start taking down towers, and they can maybe take fights. Although Nando is now level 6, although he doesn't have enough mana to actually kill Loon with the cooldown. But if he had a Magor or something, that would have been a kill.
Yep. This offlane is such a problem, though, from Team No Throne. Like, when Brewmaster has this bad of a start, because it's a solo Brewmaster, not a dual lane, no support can help him at this stage of the game. You know, it's 2 level 3 heroes up against a level 6 Gyrocopter with Phase Aquila. They're not going to do anything. So Brewmaster is just jungling. And he's not exactly the fastest jungle hero, but Carl mid lane, oh, they don't hit the chains.
Man, that's a 3-hero or 2-hero rotation. And now the Lycan is actually killing Uwe with the Helm of the Dominator. Wow. He's gonna maybe
And
get
Lou
2.
makes Nest.
Yep.
Wind Run on cooldown for 4 seconds.
He's gonna get a double kill. Okay, I guess you don't need your supports. And the Lycan might die to the DK with Breathe Fire. Oh my god, he doesn't have no mana. Oh,
he's TPing
no,
out
Carl.
Disaster.
Oh my god. That's a double kill and also a rotation from a DK. I guess he needed to shrine anyway, so it's not the end of the world, but that is that kind of makes up for the woes of your other lanes when you get your Lycan a double kill. He's pretty happy with that.
Yep, Lycan's able to dive so hard and create rotations. Create some space there. Call down bottom.
Green's in trouble. Where's the Rocket Barrage? Oh, he didn't have the mana. He does now. Remnant in. Okay. All right, well, this is one of those Nando dives.
Oh, man. Jimmy's so rich.
He's already, like, well on his way to his Necro 1. And they didn't even get the tower. Yeah, I think he just backs up and he can get the tower. I guess they were rotating it anyways. They could have defended one way or the other. Well, you win some, you lose some for Execration. Right now in this part of the game, they've lost a little bit in the last few minutes. They had like a 3k, 2k lead. It's starting to even out. Uwe trying to get up to level 6. They're trying to put pressure on the top tier 1. Shackle Shot, nice latch, but where's the follow-up? It doesn't really matter. Like, oh, yep, there's the key.
There's the follow-up.
That's where the follow-up was. Loon is mega dead. And meanwhile, Uwe's diving with just level 1 Scorched Earth as the Moth makes a guest appearance back in my basement.
Bring out the harmonica. Scare him away.
After this fight. Green Shackle shot it up, and boy, this is going to take a year and a half to kill him, but they will probably be able to do it. They've already gotten the tower. No, it's still alive. They finally get the Dragon Tail off, and that is going to be Green dead, and just like that, that's what happens.
Just like that. Oh, Nando down bottom. There's a Lycan ultimate running at him. Nando's fast, but I don't think he can escape this one.
No, there's no way. The Centaur Conqueror Stomp comes out. That's another thing about the Lycan ultimate. That Centaur Conqueror is usually slow as F. And with the Lycan ult, he's just like, haha, I've Centaur Conqueror stomped you. And you're like, where did you come from?
Yep, such a great creep for the Lycan.
Well,
Good, Lycan's gonna have such a fast Necro 1, he almost has it at 9 minutes on top of the Dominator. He's so farmed.
they can, I think, start pushing pretty early, especially once they get Brutalty, which Green is not anywhere close. Well, he's not quite there.
He's not close.
But he'll get there eventually.
You know, it's a blessing that that Execration took this off of tower. Now Green has a home on the map.
Uwe is getting dove bottom. Okay, they might back up, though. This is a smart play. He's one creep away from Doom. Are you kidding? Kill the creep! Kill the creep!
There it is.
There it is. Doom Jimmy.
Jimmy has no boots, but
Doom Jimmy. Uwe's getting blocked! Uwe might die. Power shot kills Loon. Alright, they Doom Scorpion instead. They don't kill Jimmy, who would have been a huge target, and he just TP's out. Oh my god. Ugh.
pretty unfortunate for Execration that they weren't able to actually get the Lycan there, since he was the he's a gigantic kill, slowing down his progression, exactly what they need. Like, he TP's mid, not the base, to keep on pushing the lanes out and keep farming.
Oh, he's feeling good. Jimmy is clearly the Lycan player on this team. What's his spree at? Does he have a spree? Not yet.
3-0.
Okay, so he's on a killing spree. So it would have been a little gold extra. I think Execration are still in a really good spot, even though they haven't killed this Lycan. Like, the rest of their heroes aren't very farmed, although Meow has a double damage and is looking for a kill on Lumik, and he's probably going to get it. And they can't find a Shackle Shot. Lumik is dead. They will find the Shackle Shot, but he's dead anyway. Another Remnant has to be used, which is it's better than nothing. And maybe they can push to tier 1 now. Did they rotate the Lycan? No, he's just farming jungle. And Green is finally going to hit 6. Brax, just like that. 10.5 minutes into the game, he finally gets there.
Yep, they're about to have a 5th player enter the game.
Excellent. Oh my god, this Treant Protector at level 4 is more of a hero than he is until he hits level 6. I'm not.
This panda set's so cool. He's got the fish on the oh, it's not a fish on a stick. Never mind.
What is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's not so cool anymore.
It is a fish on a stick.
Fish.
You're right.
Oh, that is cool.
It is a fishing pole. Meanwhile, Golem has to be dropped. DK in trouble. They'll try to turn. Good Fatal Bonds. Jimmy needs to be a little careful. Loon is going to get Infernal Bladed. He's going to die. They want to chase after Jimmy, but there's no lockdown. So they'll only get the Shakira out of this, although they actually found Scorpion too with Infernal Blade.
Nando's running Jimmy down.
Uh-oh. No homing missile. This is the issue with lack of disables, guys. He just TPs. So, I mean, that's a really good fight, though. They didn't lose anybody. They're going to get the tier 1 tower. Execration are making the right plays, even against this really farmed Lycan. Like, they're making the solid moves. I guess, again, you just kind of have to hope that you can get... It's kind of feeling like they can't even... Like all this pushing that they have for Team No Throne, they're not really doing it, and maybe they need to focus their efforts more on, like, late-game kind of things, or maybe I'm wrong about that. But
yeah, well, no, you're right. They're not winning the fights against the Warlock and the Doom.
Yeah.
They just don't have enough to take these fights. Like, Doom with the Treads drum brings a lot to these team fights. Warlock with the ultimate, of course, brings a lot to fights. They're not winning these fights at all.
Yeah. If they could, like, that was like a 4-man golem, plus they had Fatal Bonds on like 3 of them, I think. And once that happens, you just have to back, I think. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yep. It's just way too much to fight into. You're talking about Fatal Bonds with Gyrocopter.
Yeah.
It's a stupid amount of damage.
It's like, it's the combo when you think about it. You just hits the E and Q button and the R button, and then they all die. Forget about the W button. It's not that important. 4K lead for Execration. Oh, by the way, I think you're a legacy Q's here. The W key is homing missile, in case you didn't know that.
Wow.
I don't know why I just acted like a condescending ass to you, but I think it was because I was trying to be funny. Doom comes out on the Lycan. Centaur Conqueror Stomp, call down coming in as well. Power Shot snipes him. They'll try to deny. Scorpion is not even close to getting that auto attack animation, even close to started. And that is finally the Doom killed. Uwe will secure a dominating spree for himself, take the killing spree away from Jimmy, and push the tier 2 tower in all one fell swoop. With only one range creep, although they're going to glyph it. Speaking of glyph, they'll use that on the other side.
Glyph is fantastic.
So good. Great glyph.
Carl looking to kill. Green down bottom. Green is so close to Blink Dagger.
He has no mana. He does have a mango. Oh, if that shackle shot latches, that's a huge kill. And the Ember Spear rotates in with, I think, bots. It is, and Lumik's dead. They weren't expecting it. He just got those bots, too. If that shackle shot was a second earlier, or not even that, like 0.25 seconds earlier, that's a kill. Instead, it might be 2 for a 0, actually. Although killing Carl is pretty tricky.
He's tanky.
Now that he has Shadow Word, he's even tankier. But here comes Loon, seemingly out of nowhere. Dragon Tail comes out, but Carl's still getting healed up. But it might not be enough. They might dive this tower, so that if his Searing Chains, they need more rotations. Triple Remnant. Carl's still alive somehow. Breathe Fire, and that should secure the kill, probably. Breathe Fire does hit up and do some damage, but oh, Grimm's, back it up, buddy. This is going to be 2 kills from Meow, I think. And the Ice Path comes out, and yep. Nobody TP's in. They don't. They can't turn it around. All right. There it is. The Brew split and Meow with bots. That's all they needed. And now Uwe should be fine. Can they get the tower is the question, Flipping Fire. The answer is no. Good deny.
All right, well, Brewmaster has entered the game. Blink Dagger online, right? Net worth isn't that high, but still, the split's going to do a lot in fights.
Yeah. In the meantime, Nando is taking a gigantic creep wave. And they are sending out a wand for... who? Uwe. Uwe is looking for Blink first as his item. 1,300 gold. And, yeah, I mean, Lycan, he was at Necro. He had Dominator or Necro 1 like 5 minutes ago. Maybe even a little bit less than that.
Yeah, and now
he's just stuck on Necro 1. I mean, he's close to Necro 2, but he could have been at Necro 3 had he not died there, I think.
Yep. His progression has been ruined by losing these fights. They probably needed the Brewmaster with Blink Dagger to actually fight against the Warlock Golem, but
Speaking
it just
of Brew,
wasn't there yet.
Oh my god, what a blink. How did he get out? What a god. They dusted too. They couldn't find him. Maybe they still will, although Uwe doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so no, they can't. The Blink saves his life, because he didn't have Brew Split, so if he gets caught there, he's dead one way or the other, but nope.
Yep.
Alright. Carl has his own Blink now. He's working on a Yasha, interestingly enough. I think they're going Manta because of what you talked about.
Yeah, the Tree and Protector route. They're going to need it for later on in the game. You know, we haven't really seen Tree and Protector's impact in team fights. He's not much of a team fighter, but he's more of a sit on the sidelines and set up ganks kind of hero.
He feels like Bounty Hunter, to be honest.
Yep.
And the difference is that Bounty has Track, and Tree and Protector has Overgrowth, which he doesn't even have yet. So, but both heroes lack experience. That's one of the bigger issues. He's level 5 at 60 minutes, which is... I cannot believe I'm actually saying that. Meanwhile, Nando's forced to drum away as they try to jump in. They get the homing missile onto Meow. They have a wolf chasing Nando down just to get vision. Yeah, I was going to find a haste rune and maybe go back in. Nah.
Haste Arcane, this is the time to fight if they can find one.
He's going to TP home and then Remnant back in. Did he drop a Remnant anywhere?
No, they don't want to fight this.
Okay, well, so much for that. He picked up he's working on his Maelstrom, so you'd like that item first. So I think we're just waiting for like that first big item for each team, or first big item for each hero. We're like, it's gonna be a while I think before teams fight, except for maybe the Brew Split, which is up now. But like, there's no Blink Doom, there's no BKB yet for the Gyrocopter, there's no BKB yet for the DK. So we're just waiting on those first big items, or Necro 3 for that matter for the Lycan 2. And Boots as well would be nice also.
Boots are not a build mod.
Really? Well, that's...
Yep.
I mean, like, Shapeshift's good. I don't know. It just seems like you're so slow moving between camp to camp, you know, when you have no boots.
Yeah, it's true. Moving between camp to camp, you are extremely slow.
Kind of sucks. I know it's like whatever, but it's just one of those things. It's like Weaver getting boots too, but I prefer Weaver actually not getting boots, so. Anyway. Nando has been farming up a storm. They've been stacking up all these camps for him. This is how you want to have a Gyrocopter game for your team. Just completely focus on farming. And DK seems to know they smoked. This ward over here might have been what scouted it out, and he goes immediately top. And now Meow's got to rotate with the rest of his team as well. And if they find Lumic, that's not really the target they want. Oh god, he's not even level 10. He doesn't have the mana regen talent yet. Run. Win run. See ya. Oh, not see ya. Good shackle shot.
Hope they're gonna get the Doom off.
Yep. All right, time to fight. Call down. They've got the Golem, and Jakiro's dead. And that's not the fight they were looking for Team No Throne. That's the Blink Dagger, the Doom 2 now.
Oh, look at Scorpion. He got a deep ward death. Mission accomplished.
We did it, guys. I got the vision after the fight happened. Way to go. Not much they can do about this push. If they had a detection, Scorpion would be good right now. He's playing very up. Luckily, he knows that there is no detection on any of these heroes. They literally have not a single piece of detection right now. As Lumic is drifting and getting nature's guised. He has to win run away, which he will.
By the way, that's the stupidest animation in the game.
The
focus fire. Yep.
I don't know. I kind of...
It looks so cloudy.
It's like one of those multi-lane drift comics, sort of similar. It does look a little silly. It does. It's definitely silly, but... Alright, they're going to overrun them. Good center conquer stomp, the Brew Split. Oh, man, they are diving for Uwe. Now they're going to look for the Warlock. Not the best target. But if they kill him, they can take a tier 1 tower at least. There's almost no way they can fight this. They're going to throw the call down just to clear up some of the creeps and... Oh, wow. He actually jumped in super hard onto Scorpion. But he's going to be okay with living armor for the time being, even though Shadow Word is going to take him down. They have Glyph. Meow's going to TP home to get some mana. DK is going to continue to just push top while this is all happening. Or, yeah, DK, so he can get some extra farm. So, 2 kills plus tier 1. Good turnaround. Not bad there for Team No Throne. Uh-oh. I looked away for a second. Now they're going to find the Doom.
But the Gyrocopter flag.
Nando's in trouble. He has to get to the tower, or the shrine, excuse me, and he does. Uwe's dead, though. Nando is actually in a lot of trouble right now, and I believe he is dead. The Centaur Conqueror Stomp is there. The clap comes out. DK is a little too late to the party. Breathe Fire does a lot of damage with Flayed Bonds. Actually secures 2 kills at once. Grims is going to get slowed up by the Necro units, though, and the Shadow Word will not keep him alive, so it's really DK and Wind Ranger versus the rest of the world, mostly DK.
Carl's tanky.
Good shackle shot, but there's a good Cyclone from the Jakiro. Somehow is a Fuel Scepter already at 19 minutes into the game, which is pretty surprising. Carl's still kind of getting kited here. He's actually taking a lot of damage. Macropyre gets dropped down. The Necro Archer is actually alive forever. Lumic looking for a shackle shot, does find it. Jimmy trying to TP, and he's actually going to get out. Very close to getting Centaur Conqueror stomped. Uwe's got to secure the kill on the Loom with the Infernal Blade. The Breathe Fire comes out. Lumic might die to the Wolves. He actually did. Wow. Are you kidding? That's insane.
It is indeed.
That was actually a pretty sick fight. They got 1,700 gold. They did lose 3 heroes, but they got 1,700 gold out of it. And they just went in 1 by 1 for Execration.
You know, Execration is up gold, but the lineup from Team No Throne just runs over them. They get on top of these heroes, and it's really difficult for them to fight still, even with the gold lead.
Yeah, because they don't have their abilities. They don't have Golem. They don't have Doom in that fight. They only have Gyro's abilities.
Got the Lycan ult down bottom.
DK ulti. And yeah, they're going to go for Nando. Ensnare from the Troll. He's going to go for a TP. Oh, my God. He's going to take a lot of damage. He will make it out, though. Whew. He is feeling good about himself that he actually survived that.
Yep, Jimmy, he went for the net first instead of the Purge first.
Oh, yeah, then he would have, if he tried TPing out after the Purge hits him, he just gets netted and then he dies.
Yep.
Unfortunate that he didn't go for it. So now I think if you're Execration, you have all your ultimates back up, including Elder Dragon form. I think you take a fight. Although you'd have to find the Brewmaster, which is a little tricky. It depends, I guess.
Gyrocopter's so close to BKB. Yep, there it is. Just bought the recipe.
So
Carl also super close.
they'll probably wait for those items. Once they get them, they take the fight. Yeah, Carl just needs like 2 waves, and then he'll be good.
The fights just get so much easier with BKBs playing against Ember, Spirit, and Brewmaster.
Yeah. So this there's a couple of power curves that we have throughout this game. These power spikes, and that like the Necro 3 for the Lycan was a big power spike, as we saw in that last fight. And now this next big power
look
spike
up top.
is going to be...
We have Meow being scouted out.
Dude! Oh my god, they needed to shackle first. Lumic wasn't ready.
Okay, so when you're playing Doom and you blink on someone, you don't want to blink Doom them. What you want to do is blink Infernal Blade them, and then Doom them.
Yeah, Uwe did not do that. I guess War Stomp is also way too slow of an ability, correct?
Yeah, the fastest way to do it is Infernal Blade. You can Infernal Blade, then Stomp, and then Doom them if like you happen to... turn or something, and you don't want to have to turn Doom to... It's so sad, because that's such a big
That's a huge kill, yeah, that he misses out on. That's a good pointer. You don't really think about it that much, but you're right. Doom, you said it in the draft, it takes 1.5 years to cast. It actually does. So, at least he still has it, though, if they want to take a fight now against, like, Brewmaster or something. They have all their items now. They have BKBs, they have almost a blink of the Wind Ranger. They have everything they really... Well... I don't know, everything they need is probably not accurate, but they have a lot of items now ready to go for the Execration if they want to take a fight. Grimm's, by the way, when he went Midas, and he's literally used it just to buy vision and, like, detection and stuff. He's only at 800 gold, and he had this Midas for, like, at least 3 minutes, I think. And probably more than that.
That's a team player right there.
Yeah. This deep ward, by the way, might scout them smoking. It's going to. They're going to smoke right on top of it.
This ward has been so good. And they did not even expect it at all. It was that one team fight in the mid lane where they lost miserably, but they got that ward down. Maybe it'll win them something here.
If they still lose, if they lose somebody here for Team No Throne, I'm going to be really sad because that's an amazing ward. And it looks like they're going to play accordingly. They're going to back up and they're going to get into the tree line. They'll drop some wards, but they're immediately going to probably be known that they're there. They walk into the tree, but they have no detection on the DK. Who's carrying the detection for this team? Anybody? There's dust on
There's
Lumic.
once... Okay, Lumic has it.
And then the sentry on the Warlock. So that is why Tree and Protector and Bounty Hunter are so good in this, like, in Dota, and it's so difficult to play around them because you have no idea where the safest place to be to smoke is your own high ground, to be honest, and they're not going to go all the way back there to do it. They could have, but it would have taken more time.
Yep, if it takes too long, then the play usually isn't going to work out because the enemy will suspect something's happening.
Rims is probably dead. He does not survive as long as the Gyrocopter. He did the same thing the Gyro did. Unfortunately, he is paper thin. So, although Uwe is looking for a Doom, oh man, if the Lycan stays, he dies. But smart play for him to back up, not trying to put too much pressure on the tower. He knows that the rest of the team is missing. Intelligent movement there from the Lycan to not only get the kill, but to keep himself alive. And Nando will clear up some of the Necro units. Run, Necro Archer. Hey, you made it out. Okay, so the Purge is actually just called Purge. Well, that's nice.
What? Purge has his own spell in the game.
Wow. Go him. What a guy. Carl's in trouble.
How cool is that?
Carl has BKB. He doesn't want to use it, but he's going to have to.
He's baiting here.
Yeah, they're going to jump in. They got
There's
the Doom on the
Doom.
green. Huge fight now. They can just turn this and get the kill on both of these heroes, Scorpion included. Good overgrowth, maybe not. It's going to be tricky to chase him down.
Carl's got the blink up.
And the call down, yep, there it is. So they wanted to get Jimmy, I'm sure, and maybe if they could have gotten the Amber Spirit, it would have been nice, but there's just not enough lockdown. But that's really big that they get the kill on the Brewmaster. Maybe you take Roche with this, or Tier 2, I'm not sure which.
Tier 2. Respawns are up in 25 seconds.
Every coin helps.
Yeah, Roche.
Gotta secure these Tier 2s. Once you take Tier 2s, Roshan becomes so much easier.
Yeah, true. It's a pretty big kill there. That's the SNY for the DK. They're not actually going to go Mantis style, though he could do it later, theoretically.
Yep. Nando has a Mantis style, though, complete for the Gyrocopter.
That makes more sense.
Treant route.
You don't really want to go Mantis style on DK, to be fair, right?
Yeah, it seems pretty shitty, doesn't it?
It's
Stats aren't great on it.
I guess, I don't know. Like DK illusions when they're in their Elder Dragon form are okay. But, I don't know. You definitely just want a different item. DK, speaking of which, his BKB is back up in 3. They use the Shapeshift. They don't have Overgrowth. This is kind of a tricky fight. There's the BKB. The Golem comes out. Good Golem. And the Brewlings as well are here. The Golem's not really doing anything now, though, and now Gribbs has to run.
Grimm's
And
in trouble.
where are the rest of his teammates? They lost the Dire Courier in the meantime. That was the AC. That was literally his AC, by the way, for the Lycan. It might not matter, though. They're going to find 2 kills. Both supports are dropped down. And they used Golem there, too, which is surprising.
Look at this Golem. It cut the creep wave, so now that now they have nothing to do on the Dire side. They've gotten the kills, but they can't hit the tower.
And they have to go home because look at Nando. And now Jimmy shapeshifts over. And that's, again, his AC is... Oh, no, it wasn't. He didn't even have the Hyperstone. Sorry. I was wrong. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I mean, they only lose their supports. The bigger thing is the Golem was dropped. If the Golem's not dropped there, then you're feeling good for Execration. You could turn in and you could fight again with your DK ulti back up. But with Golem down, it might be a bit trickier to fight now for them.
Right, that's just it's just 2 supports that died on the side of Execration, but you happen to use your Warlock ultimate as well. If that thing's up, you can just go again, but now Team No Throne, they have a timing where they can maybe take another fight or even do Roshan.
Execration could theoretically go for a fight without it once Doom is back up, which is right now.
Yeah, if they can ever get Doom off on the Brewmaster or even the Lycan before he ults, they can win any fight.
Speaking of Brew, he is working on that Lincoln Sphere as expected. He's still a ways away. Well, I mean, he's getting close. It's going to be like 1,000 gold here in just a moment. And once he has that item, what's been happening all these fights is probably not going to happen again. How did the Ember... He remnanted it away immediately. There's no vision down there. He just kind of knew, I guess. Pretty good game sense, I suppose.
Spidey senses.
Yeah, must be. The living armor, actually, he didn't... How common... I know Nature's Guidance Max is pretty common, but getting like more points than Leech Seed instead of living armor, is that still a thing? Or like, what do you...
If it can do anything in lane, then yes. But otherwise, this is pretty normal.
Okay. That makes sense. Jimmy top, they're ready to take a fight. Overgrowth is back up, but him getting close enough is going to be tricky. Meanwhile, Uwe is invis. He's going to look for Meow. Instead, decides not to go for it. They have found Lumic. They're just going to let Lumic die. Just let him feed his life away as they get the tier 2 tower top lane. Call down comes out onto Jimmy. Elder Dragon form. They have the stun, but I don't think they can kill. Oh, with the homing missile, they can. With the homing missile, they can. What a missile from Nando, and now Scorpion's dead too. Carl was in the process of TPing. I'm not sure why. The rest of them all rotated in. They're going to find Loon. He'll get off an ice path. Nope, he gets Dragon-tailed. Carl and Nando combining to find some sick kills, and it's time to go high ground. They got to buy back into Jakiro. Not the end of the world. They do have split, but without Jimmy, with him down for 30 seconds, I don't know how they push this. Of course, the Lincoln Sphere is up, so Uwe's going to go for they're going to go for the split, and he's going to get it off. And now Carl needs to be careful. No BKB, down for 36. Golden's going to get dropped down. They need to keep Carl alive. He's taking a lot of damage from the Macropyre, but he does get out. The Shadow Word's still healing him up. Uwe jumps into the ice path, looking for the Doom. Can't find it, though. They're going to kill the Brewlings, and actually, this Brewmaster's dead. That's unfortunate. Wow. All right, this game just turned pretty awful for Team No Throne. They're going to lose their tier 3. They're going to back up for Execration, I'm pretty sure, and set up another fight elsewhere. What a engagement from Execration. Holy crap.
It happened so quickly. They just caught the Lycan out, and they layered the stuns perfectly. DK stun, homing missile came in just in time.
That homing missile actually stunned him for way longer than I thought it was going to. I know it's a long duration stun, but still, like, I thought he would be able to get out at the last second, but he was just stuck there. It was very close. In the meantime, by the way, Lumic was not there for that fight. He literally died and just respawned. That was like a 4 versus like 3. It was a really weird engagement, but Execration get it done.
Yep, and now look at the net where it's DK, Gyrocopter sitting miles above everyone else. You know, once Gyrocopter picks up his Butterfly, he's not going to die at all to the Necro units, and he has BKB, so he can sit there with the flak and just kill everything. But
although he might die now.
Yeah, he might. His
no
BKB's
BKB.
on
He's
cool.
going to have to Manta. He does. And then the Nature Guys hit. Ice Path actually might keep him alive. No, it will not. In the meantime, they also get the kill onto the Warlock. This is the exact time they needed to fight, and they do take it. They've got the Purge onto Lumic. The double kill is there for Jimmy. His shapeshift is down.
All right.
They need to not lose anything else. They blink out smartly from Uwe. If they lose Uwe and Carl, especially if they don't have buyback, that might be trouble. Carl didn't have buyback. Him dying there would have been critical, but he does get out. I don't know if they can actually force the buyback, but what they can do is take Roche. And it's not like they've taken the racks yet. They have scanned. They do know this is going on. They're going to see that they TP'd up Meow. Uwe's actually going to doom him, and I think maybe get the kill if they have another hero up here. There's the doom. Lincoln Sphere broken rather. Breaking. Living Armor, Infernal Blade, Scorched Earth. This is actually a tough kill. He actually isn't going to get this kill, I don't think.
No, he's gonna live.
Living Armor is too strong. It's going to be really close. No, it's not. It's not close at all. He's fine.
He's got the Yules, maybe. Oh,
At least the Doom gets out, but that has been a Doom used. And the Aegis picked up for Jimmy. So the game's not over yet. This would be a pretty sick comeback if they can make it to Team No Throne. I know they didn't lose Rax. It's much like the first game where, you know, all they needed was some time. Like, they still have an Ember Spirit. He's got Maelstrom Bots and a Lincoln Sphere. He can kind of carry this game once the game gets later. Oh, wait. Green still doesn't have the Lincoln Sphere. I thought he had it already. Here we go. Trying to find a fight, though, with Ube. Ice Path coming out. They're going to shapeshift. Jimmy's going to run in and try to take this fight. Clap, split coming out. This is really bad. They need a Golem. They don't have it. That's going to be a Doom dead for 50. This is all of a sudden turning pretty sour. Finally, the Golem is back up, and his Ag's Golem, by the way. Jimmy, he still has his ultimate, but now he gets Dragon Tailed, and they're going to get the Aegis. Maybe he's staying alive somehow. I don't know how he did, but Scorpion's dead.
it's the Overgrowth.
They're going to try to TP away. They will get out Meow, which is really important, but Loon is going to fall, so both supports die. That Overgrowth actually was huge. Jimmy, oh my god. He's still probably dead, though. Shackle Shot, not going to latch. He didn't wait for it, but they still are going to chase him down. It's going to be Aegis doing what he can, but that was a good attempt at a fight for Team No Throne, but the double Golem comes out, and then they just own with all the abilities they use, and big kill. So, I mean, that was probably the best fight they could have gotten, right? Given the circumstances.
Yeah, it was. That was with the Aegis, too, and then now it's just time for Execration to march down the mid lane.
Yeah.
No Brewmaster split, no Overgrowth. Overgrowth is a big deal if you can actually get it before they're, or when they've already used Manta on the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, you just lock them in place so they can't actually kill the Lycan like they did in that situation. But good news for Team No Throne, they have buyback in the Lycan, plus they have no Elder Dragon Form for DK. However, they have AC, which means this dies a lot quicker. Even with Living Armor, this thing will still die pretty fast. Mid lane, Green has been caught out, and he is dead. Can't get to the shrine, sadly. Oh, that's really bad. He has no buyback. That's very bad, actually. He had Bruce put down for still another 30 seconds anyway, but with him dying, that's going to be 2 sets of Rex. It might have been anyway, to be fair. The Glyph will come out for Team No Throne. They have the Elder Dragon Form in 12 seconds for Carl. Living Armor continues to be a nuisance, a thorn in the side of Execration. However, they have chewed right through it. And Lycan back up in 5, and they will dive immediately. They've doomed up the Ember Spirit, and he might actually die. The Wind Ranger's poking and prodding him. Ube's getting the kill, and he's going to have to buy back, and he will. And a lot of buybacks coming in. Nando actually kind of in trouble. He is forced to pop the BKB. Getting close to his Butterfly. He actually doesn't have buyback. And he's dead.
Okay, Nando's dead.
All right, I don't know if that's going to be enough to win them the game, but they need to do something with his 70-second downtime. I'm not sure what it is, but they have to do something.
Look at the mid lane. Look at how they split the damage on the range and melee
that's
barracks.
Triggering. That's like
And
one of the
also,
in pub games or in just general Dota games. You always like somebody pings one building, you hit that building. Just follow whoever it is that pings it. Don't split the damage, especially against a Treant Protector too. You know.
Yep, exactly. It's gonna be full HP next time they see it.
So that could have been a set and a Rax and a half essentially for Execration. Instead, they only get a Rax out of it. The good news is, I thought that Team No Throne could get something done with that 80-second death timer for Gyrocopter. They cannot. There's no way they can. The wave's pushed
They're
too hard.
busy trying to get these lanes out. They can't really get to the base, but you know, they're starting to pick up some items. Ember Spirit working on Mjolnir. I don't know if that item's going to really do much, but you know, it's a step in the right direction. Maybe the item afterwards will do something. Brewmaster almost has a Lincoln Sphere. Not quite there yet.
I mean, at this point, the item after Mjolnir isn't probably going to happen, and if it does, he probably needs a Rapier, to be honest, or some ridiculous damage item, I think. Because they're so far behind at this point.
Yeah, you need something super drastic to change this.
Yeah, Lycan picks up a BKB at least, finally. Actually, he might have had that for... No, he must have just picked that up, didn't he?
Yep, just bought it.
Which means he has no buyback, but if he doesn't like do a lot in the fight anyway, the game just ends, probably. So it makes sense. Mjolnir done for Meow. He's sending it out now. I don't know. They can still win a fight. I know they're super far behind, but a lot of that gold is just the gyro and the DK. And if you can get their BKBs on cooldown and try to take a fight outside the base or something and not die. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts here. There's a lot of hypotheticals, and unlike the first game in today, Brax, the hypotheticals are probably impossible. So,
well, we don't know that for sure.
I guess that's true. I do know something for sure. Nando is a double damage rune, and good luck fighting into that. That's, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, but you get, I think you get it. So, Grimm's knows. He's party horning it up. All right, they're going to push high ground. Shadow Word. See your 2 or 3 later. DK's going to push mid. They'll try to split up the map. They've killed Scorpion. So much for living armor. He has no buyback. Now you're fighting 4 versus 5. And did Gyro double damage. This might just be Megas, honestly.
Yep, I don't see how they can fight this at all.
They're going to fight into Golem and Doom, so they're going to get Megas, and then I think the game ends.
Here's Lycanol, but can he actually do anything?
They'll kill Lumic. No, he gets forced away. They Bruce Split. It hasn't done anything. They're going to jump back in. They're going to try to find Jakiro. They've doomed up the Ember Spirit again, so he's useless. He's dead. They've already brought down the Warlock, but he already got his Golem out anyway, so it doesn't matter. Jimmy's BKB is done. They need a Dragon Tail. Luckily, they're not in range for Team No Throne, but the rest of the heroes are dead anyway. The Brewmaster is going to dive right now to the Gyrocopter. And that's GG. Good stuff. Execration. That's
Man, this game, that one fight top where they caught Jimmy's Lycan with the homing missile after the Dragon Tail, they barely managed to kill him. That was it right there. That was the big turning point in this game.
It almost feels like he needed the BKB instead of the AC. But you like, I know what he's going through as the Lycan. You're thinking they have a Gyro and like a DK, and that's like all their lockdown on Wind Ranger. I shouldn't have to buy BKB this game, especially against Doom. But it almost feels like he needed to get it in that fight. I know that's one fight, and it's kind of unfair to just focus on that one engagement, but...
Yep. Well, they just happened to get caught, right? They picked them off. They made a good play instead of Execration. But yeah, I mean, they looked a lot better. I haven't seen them at all. They looked a lot better than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't look that good, I think, in the games I cast earlier on into this season, but they looked good there for sure. The thing is, though, with them losing in this series and Execration winning, there's almost no chance of them getting top 1, but they can still try to, you know, keep going for the playoffs, try to get through in that regard. But Execration, that's their 8th win in a row in this tournament. They are, of course, undefeated. They've beaten the likes of Evos Esports, Neon Atomic, of course, which we saw a few days ago, Geek Fam, an amazing team that won earlier today, and now they have defeated as well Team No Throne. The only 2 teams they have to play left are Aggressive Slayer and Exit Wounds. Aggressive Slayer, of course, is the Laos team, and Exit Wounds is the Cambodia team. So, Execration, I would say, Brax, are on a surefire road to victory here in Group B, I would say.
Oh, yeah. They look very, very strong.
So, interesting first game. A little clowny, I would say, for Execration. Nando and the rest of the crew having some aggressive plays and it not working out the best. They did end up getting that win. And then in Game 2, a bit more solid. They had a really good laning phase, especially for Nando destroying that Brewmaster in the beginning of the game. And probably that laning phase set them up to succeed, and which is why they won, I think, in this game. But, yeah, I don't know. There's not much else for me to say. You got anything else here today before we leave?
No, some good games. Action-packed as always.
Yes.
It was nice.
Yeah, there have been a lot of fun games recently. Yesterday was a little bit of a boring day, but today our first game, really all of our games today were really a lot of fun. Second game, not so much, but the first game especially was a good Dota game, to be sure. So that'll do it for today and really over the next few days. So if you're wondering when the next MPGL game is going to be, there might be some reschedules, but if not, then we're going to have Clutch Gamers versus Detonator on June 4th, which is 3 days from now. It's going to start at the same time. It always starts 6 p.m. SGT. And then we'll have Taskus Titans versus Mega Rs following that up, and then we'll go through the rest of the tournament, you know, from June 4th till the 12th, as we'll have that along with tiebreakers to work with. So there's a lot still left to be done, and then of course the playoffs will start on the 13th. So if there are tiebreakers, we'll keep on going right through to the playoffs. So still a lot of Dota to go here for MPGL. Plenty of games. The playoffs, of course, are all BO3s. The finals are BO5. But we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. Again, June 13th is when that is going to happen. And then we'll see what happens after that. So, thanks for watching, guys. We will take a break for a couple days. Remember, June 4th is when we'll be back. So, we'll see you all then. Have fun, everybody. See you guys soon.
Said, yo, ho, man, who you talking to? Backed up, got it back, whacking on the cab. Step one, uppercut to the code of a middle class. Bonus tone on modem space. Add a little lust to the funky SV bass. Most in the race just lose their grace. The black is stolen all of space. now suck my thumb. Anybody wanna come get some?